Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Friday Night Bricks. This is episode 132. Sorry I'm late. I did bowl tonight. Somebody needed a sub, so I subbed. Did bowl pretty good. 640 or 640 was what I shot. Let me look at the games real quick. Phone's actually pretty low. Let's see here. So I shot 214, 191, 235. So last game was the best game. Clean, no opens, a couple splits in the other two games. And smell of dead mice or something. Okay. So, but basically, yep. So I'm gonna be building sets tonight. Probably a couple sets that will probably end up in the 72-hour stream auction that Hoosier's running. So one of them, which will be I think I'll go ahead and build this. I didn't get to it last week. Toys R Us truck. So we'll be building that. I grabbed a few other sets. And actually, the reason I'm even starting later is I was actually running on pretty good pace, but I figured I'd stop by Barnes & Noble, pick up some books. Minecraft books. I'll take out my contacts at some point. So Minecraft, picked up farming. I picked up the Medieval Fortress. Figured I saw this is pretty cool. I mean, I'm kind of working on something like this too with the Oak Castle build. And then, of course, I picked up the latest Blocks magazine, which we'll probably go through a little bit here as I go through customizing the Mandalorian. So, obviously, I don't watch the episodes, but hey, we'll talk about it. So, invites are out. We'll see who shows up. But actually, since I don't know who's coming, I'm going to go ahead and break right into song and dance, and I'm going to start building this guy. This is one that I actually think I have one built somewhere. This is my second one I'll build, and I also have, I think I have two sealed. One will be in the auction. So, it's one of those things where, it's nice to have. I like this. I do like the trucks. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish Lego would go back and build more of the trucks. They're pretty cool. They do obviously have a lot of pieces. I mean, this one doesn't. 356. It's still a pretty expensive set. I think when I first got the first batch of the Toys R Us trucks, it might have been 35 or 40, something like that, and then they went up. They went to like 50 or something. I mean, oh, look at that. Well, good thing this wasn't one of the ones I was selling, because look at the instruction manual on that sucker. Good thing it's ripped. So good thing I got another one somewhere else. That's interesting. I wonder how that sucker got ripped. It's inside a box. How does it get ripped inside a sealed box? That's kind of classic, but I guess it must have got banged around and up in transit. Probably end up having to pull that dang thing off because it'll just drive me bananas. So, and it's just one of the parts pages on the back. So you know what? Actually, in the end, there's my fancy knife here. We'll just kind of go ahead and let's do that. I lose some of the value of it, but oh well. It'll keep me from grabbing me some bananas. So that's why I'm running late bowling. Sorry guys, but hey, that's how it goes. So it looks like we're going to be building the bottom of the chassis of the truck here. Yeah, it smells a little bit worse than usual, or my smell is a little bit off. So I don't think I have any. All my spray is either in my car or somewhere else. So, but yeah, so we're building that tonight, building this. So start with this. So I'm going to start with building this truck. Toys R Us truck tonight. I did bring in another one that'll be in the auction. I brought my, the truck and forklift was another set that I got a bunch of. Special edition, one of those guys. I brought, and this one I didn't throw in the auction. I do have a couple. I probably should think about it. The recycle truck. These were pretty popular back in the day. 2012. So, obviously we do recycle a fair amount now these days. And so that was one of the ones I brought. I brought a couple farming sets. Oh, I brought this one. This one I should have probably stuck some in the auction. I got supposedly 3 of these bad boys. We always yap about farming. This one is from 2009. So, the first year I started working at Lego, this is one of the sets. I have the airport, I have the tractor, and I have the pig farm, pig farm and tractor. And the airport is the air show, right? Airport air show with the 2 jets. So we'll see what we can get done tonight. We'll play some Minecraft probably later tonight. I do have a bunch of TNT I would like to explode in some hills to help work on my Hope Castle recreation. So we'll see if anybody shows up tonight. I mean, I'm sorry I'm starting late. Oh, look at this. Here's TJ.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, it's going good.
You'll be happy. You're the big Ninjago guy, right?
Yeah, I am.
You'll be happy to know I threw some Ninjago sets in the 72-hour auction, and so a few sets, couple old sets.
Exciting.
Huh?
Exciting.
How are you doing? What have you been up to?
Not much. Just been doing college work, pretty much.
Pretty much,
yeah. I got one more week.
Are you?
Then I'm off for break.
On campus, right?
Yeah, I'm on campus.
One more week and then break, huh? How long is break for?
Break's 1 week, and then we have online class for the last week and a half plus our finals week.
Oh, okay.
Just because they probably anticipate a lot of travel during Thanksgiving break, so they don't want to bother bringing us back.
Oh, so you'll be gone pretty much through the holiday season, through Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we don't start our spring semester until the end of January.
Okay.
Actually,
wow, that's a long break. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually removed our spring break and added it to the winter break.
And maybe anticipation that maybe it might be a little closer to normal than that, or just to maybe make it all one section and have it less broken up, make it easier on professors and everything, I suppose. Cool.
Yeah, and less travel as well. If things are still the way that they are in the spring, they don't want us traveling for spring break.
I have anticipation. I think everybody's dreading it, but I think we're gonna be in it for a while. I don't think it's disappearing anytime soon. I think we're gonna be. I think we're all hoping that things will get back to normal faster than they are, but I think I'm guessing probably in terms, especially for Lego conventions and stuff, we might be looking at possibly late fall, maybe even into next year before some of them happen. I think I'll be definitely planning on Brick Fair Alabama and Brick World Chicago 2022 for sure. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, luckily, some of these shows have been doing the virtual ones. So I've done 3 of the virtual Brick World shows so far. Luckily, people are doing those. I mean, because that kind of helps. I mean, it definitely a chance to see some of the people you normally would get a chance to see that you haven't seen in a while. So it's kind of cool from that standpoint. And some people are building, so it's kind of cool to see what everybody's working on and all that good stuff. So. Yeah.
I'm really close to Brick World Chicago, so whether or not it gets canceled doesn't really impact me.
Well, yeah, if you're living close enough, yeah. I mean, I'll usually stay at the Renaissance anyway, so
yeah.
And then it just depends on who's coming. If Hinkle was coming, I would travel, maybe book on trying to be down there a day early or whatnot. If we're going to go around and see the sites and whatnot. But in other words, it's I guess it's anybody's guess, and so. It's just kind of one of those things where it's not like it's getting better. It's actually kind of getting almost worse. And so,
yeah,
I guess it depends on when we get a virus out and how effective it truly is. I mean, if it's effective, maybe, but I think a lot of people are going to be debating whether or not it's worth trying to do some kind of mass gathering. And are you going to be the one that either makes it worse or makes it or gets by and doesn't have any issues. So I guess that's kind of the kicker. So
yeah, I know that for my university, cases have been going up in the past week or so.
Yeah, it's just a fact of nature. I mean, we've all been cooped up so long. I mean, you get to go somewhere. I mean, I'm guessing it's just one of those things where it's just, I don't know, everybody's probably just so sick of being cooped up that things happen. People get together. I mean, whether or not maybe even if you're practicing safeness, and you're wearing your mask. I mean, if you're at even a party, but you pull it down to take a drink. I mean, how much time does it take for that virus just to kind of get to you, type kind of thing. So, I guess we'll never know. But it's kind of a sad thing because there's so much going on and so many things, and so I don't know. But, so yep. So other than that, I'm kind of working and doing my things and whatnot. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft lately. Those guys, Hoosier and them, sucked me right in. Been building my own world lately, so I've been kind of working on that and working on building a replica of the last Hope Castle in on the world I've been playing on. So how that goes. Yeah, that's been kind of the main thing lately. So that's why I picked up a couple games because I'm not super familiar with it. I was kind of looking for a more of a handbook type thing, and Barnes & Noble had a bunch of the small ones. Hey, Lego Joe, welcome. And so it's one of those things where I grabbed a couple things and just figured something's better than nothing. Because I keep using my phone to look at stuff, and in the end, I just kind of tonight I don't have much power, so I'm gonna have to get it on the charger or whatnot. I'll have to take my contacts out so I can read the book. So that's good. So other than that, just school and just
pretty much.
Fun.
Yeah. I am looking forward to getting home, though. Yeah.
Oh, it was a 2X. Oh, I should have been paying attention. So, yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. We get the 72-hour stream. Hey, Brett's build. How's it going?
I love Brett's builds.
Oh, way to go, Lego Joe. 181 subs. Yeah, that's good. Getting up there. Yeah, I've been thinking almost trying to do some kind of maybe a giveaway promo or something. Try and see if I can get more subscribers. Maybe see if I can get people to help. Do the old recommendation type kind of thing. If you recommend so many people, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Other than that, it just takes time. The problem is I figured mine would have gone up as we hit the shows. As I hit the conventions and whatnot, and without the conventions, it's one of those things where, it's just basically whoever's watching type kind of thing, and so it just kind of goes with the territory. Not like it's life or death. Not going to make me super rich or anything. So.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I've just been steadily gaining subscribers, and I don't know why, because I'm not posting any content. I hit 300 the other week.
It might be too that someone's just kind of, it's where you're just kind of people are getting pushed there. Maybe if you're going to other subscribers and you're just kind of they're seeing that your subscription list and stuff. They're just kind of being they're like, oh, okay, and whatnot. Kind of like I think Instagram does it too. It just lists a bunch of people sometimes, and and it lists their followers and whatnot. So,
yeah.
As of right now, I'm not putting any stickers on this right now. Maybe a little bit later. We'll see. So, but yeah, it's kind of those things where I got lots of content. It's whether or not people are, looking or subscribing or looking to subscribe, and so. I don't know. Right now it's hey Brick Sloth, welcome. So it's one thing that just depends on what people are looking to look at and watch and everything else. So.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see what happens too. We got another 72-hour stream coming up. We'll see if we pull any people from in there. We do have Beyond the Brick. He's Joshua Hamlin. He's doing an hour segment. He's going to be probably helping to get. Everybody psyched for his is the following weekend. The Creation for Charity one is the following week. I saw the thing. I need to sign up, see if he needs me to fill any times that weekend. I need to look and see that weekend. I think I'm going to be working a funky shift because of Thanksgiving. So.
Yeah. That the weekend of the 72-hour stream is actually the weekend that I go home. So I wasn't sure when exactly I was going to get home, so I didn't plan on a slot.
Well, I only took a 2-hour slot this time, so it's one of those things where, that's kind of those things where there's going to be plenty of spots. So I've got some ideas, and I need to kind of reach out to a few people or whatnot to see what I'm going to do on that or whatever. So it's not the time to restart.
Yeah, but as it approached, as the the time has approached, I figured out I could come home on Thursday. So I'm going to be driving home Thursday morning. 'Cause I do have classes on Friday, but they're both online. So, so there's no reason to wait.
Yeah. I think I lost my train of thought. Brain fart. So, yeah. So there's, so look forward to that. Yeah. So, I mean, that should be good. I mean, Hoosier, I think, has like, I don't know, 6 hours or something. He's doing auction. I mean, I sent him a list of 14 or 15 things, and then I might have to see if he ends up watching it. I need to ask if I can add anything to it, which is quite humorous. Can I add more stuff to it? Actually, I did. I mean, I'll maybe touch on this briefly, but I actually had someone reach out to me the other night. Actually, put me into a cold sweat. That messaged me about something and out of the blue. And I mean, obviously, it's somebody that I've known for a long time, and it's kind of weird because that's why I'm kind of building a lot of city sets right now. Because I mean, I really wasn't going to be building a ton of city stuff. I was going to build it with a friend, and I'm just wondering if. I mean, if all that stuff is truly dead in the water now, so I need to figure out if I want to, how much city stuff I still plan to build. So,
yeah,
I mean, I'm liquidating some of my double stuff at the thing. So, so what's in there? Let's see. I don't know. My breakdown. What was it? Actually, my pad is somewhere. I mean, I had seven Star Wars sets. I have some lots. I mean, like I have an Atlantis lot, which I thought maybe even Underworld might like. No, I'm not auctioning now. If I'm auctioning it, there's got to be 30, 40 people watching. I mean, I'm not doing it with 4 or 5 people. And that's kind of the kickers. I mean, because some of my stuff, I mean, they'd never make reserve with 4 people watching. I mean, you guys wouldn't even come close. I mean, nowhere near. What was it? Let's see here. Where did my list go? I had 7 Star Wars, 4 city as of right now, 1 Toy Story, 1 Ninjago. The Ninjago is a lot. The Elves is a lot. The Chima is a lot. Prince of Persia is a lot. Atlantis is a lot. Pirates is a lot. And so, so it's one of those things where that kind of stuff. I mean, I didn't end up doing a lot. I had 3 polybag lots too. But I mean, obviously, I was thinking after looking at some of the sets I grabbed tonight, there's a couple other city sets I could have thrown in there, kind of like, like obviously like the horse trailer, this guy. But, I'm actually, with this picture, it's hard to see. So this guy, I got the old horse trailer, a couple of those. Maybe even add the recycled truck. I mean, I have to look at this stuff. I mean, obviously I priced, and some of my stuff might even be a lot lower than maybe I'd be super happy with selling. But in the end, it's one of those things where we'll see. So it's not like I get a lot of use out of it right now by itself anyways. So because I'm not doing that much. So especially with city stuff. I mean, I'm not doing much as of right now with cities. So that's kind of the goal, is to figure out how much city stuff am I going to build kind of in the future or whatnot. So. And I do like city. I do have a bunch of it. I just don't. I mean, I don't have anything built for a city. I mean, now that the castle is much smaller, I might have to build a city also. So I do have the space now with a much smaller castle, and I mean, I'll have to kind of check that out and see. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've actually got some really neat stuff. I've got some neat creations in Digital Designer that I built, city-based. I think I built, based on when these trucks were coming out, I built a truck depot type kind of thing. So that was kind of cool. I don't think it's on. I'd have to hunt for my pen drive stuff because I don't think the stuff is on there. Yeah. I mean, there should probably be a fair amount of stuff out there on the lots and stuff, because it's just one of those things where there's always a lot of people that have stuff. So I mean, it should be interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully, cheap ass didn't drain everybody's bank accounts last week.
Yeah. That's kind of the thing.
I saw that. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I got claimed the Fang Power Wrecking Ball and the Ultrasonic Raider.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And those are really the two that I was going for.
I think I gave my nephew one of the big like dragon ones, like 4-headed dragon or something. I gave him one a while back. I I'd have to look because I know I would have a list of what I had somewhere in my brick set. And I know I gave him some stuff because it's just things where I wasn't doing much with some of the stuff, and that's kind of just like everything else. Like the Prince of Persia stuff, I built a couple. I built the Battle of Element last week. I built the boat. This one will be in the auction too. The transporter. That'll be part of the cargo lot. I did a cargo one, that one, and something else. But I kind of wanted to see what the Prince of Persia horse looked like. Obviously it's more of an Arabian type printing, so I don't really probably need that. I did end up getting myself another camel though. So
nice.
So. And that's it's when I'm pricing stuff too, it's kind of looking to see what is, I'm looking to see when I was doing it for the, probably more so than when I'm on Facebook is kind of knowing what, will stuff sell. Am I going to be able to try and sell some stuff? Yeah. I think the Ninjago stuff was, I think blacksmith shop and so then you have it's going to be 2254, 2508, and then 70624. So a couple old ones. I think one was blacksmith shop, and the other one was Mountain Shrine. Maybe those are the two. I didn't.
Oh yeah.
I didn't buy a lot of those back in the day, but I did kind of like the Ninjago and stuff. Some of it, I think I bought for certain ideas that I was thinking of doing. And then in the end, probably just never really got around to doing them. So,
yeah.
Because everything's got their design, and everything's got any Nexonites, I was contemplating that. I don't know if any of that made the final cut. What the heck is going on here? Oh, this chair's starting. Oh, man, where's my screwdriver? I saw that the other day. I keep seeing it, but I see it when I don't need it. Oh, there it is. My really nice one. So, I looked. I have a fair amount of Nexonites, but in the end, I think a lot of the stuff. Oh, the Nexonites. The only ones I think I have are in the polybag lot. I believe. Wow, is that what's in there? Phillips? That's terrible. Oh, that's the one that goes on through sweet. Yeah, but I think it was like the one of the monster type packs, like the Lava Slinger or something. Because I got a bunch of those. I bought a bunch of the Lava Slingers thinking I was going to use them for like bad guys, and I did. Kevin definitely was able to kick the old keep and knock over all the monsters in the at the World of Lights the one year. Oh, I don't care about shipping. Oh, yeah. It's always good. So I'll have to. That's kind of. The only bad thing about these, some of these ways they built this is they have they got the locking pipe hinges, which they just pull right off. It's like
Yeah.
is it that old that it actually just pulls right off? It won't even pivot. Come on.
Happy early birthday, Brett's Builds.
Yeah, happy. There we go. So there's the truck so far. So it's nice. It's a nice cab. I think the ones I built in my digital designer were all 8 wide, so they have much more room for the sleeper and stuff. Gosh, this is so disappointing. Gosh, I hate that. Just the hinges are so tight. And it's not, I mean, I'll have to rebuild that because it's not even locked into place. Maybe that's why they've changed some of that stuff to make it a little more effective, you know, in terms of some of the stuff that it would do. 40 going on 30. Well, yeah, you do know that for Lego, if you build with Lego, for every year you build with Lego, you go back a year. So, I mean, when I started in Lego in, 2005, 2006, I would have been, you know, what? Is that 35, something like that? Yeah, so I'm actually technically only 20 years old or something. That's sweet. I mean, I love it. There's the truck.
By that logic, I'm a negative number in my age.
That's okay. No problem there.
Yeah. I think I'm like -4 now.
Oh, that's terrible.
Hello, Jude.
Oh, and I hit my brand new book, hit it with the screwdriver. Oh, that's nice. Oh, wow. I'll have to check this out. Medieval Fortress. I know what I'm working on. I don't know if mine will be that big. So now we're building the back of the truck. We're building the trailer. Goody, goody, goody. So, I mean, nice if they do redo some stuff. I mean, we see city and we see the police and the fire all the time, but some of these really unique ones. Obviously, you can't do a Toys R Us truck now, because you don't have the you don't have the store doesn't really exist for the most part. But you could do. I mean, there's that the one over in the UK that had that minifig, and probably Brett's build knows the one that like the guard-looking guy. I don't know what the name of the store is over there. I mean, I got a couple of them from one of the guys in my lug, because he actually he went over to the UK and he picked up a couple for me, which was kind of cool. And so, but I don't remember the name of this. I mean, I've got a tip of my tongue, but I don't want to say it and then not be the right one. So, interesting here. So, this truck's got side doors and it's got back doors.
I know that as soon as I get home, one of the videos that I do plan to do is Ninjago minifig collection. And then I want to redo the storage of minifigs and weapons videos, because I did those a couple of years ago and now they're outdated.
Oh, and all the current minifigs are in Ninjago or what?
Yeah, all the ones that I have.
Oh, okay.
And then I want to go through my storage of weapons and figs. For whatever reason, my weapons storage video did really well. It's got like 6,000 views. And I don't know how that came about, but my theory is that people really like collection videos. That's a popular pick. So
I would say that's probably, I mean that and like city views and stuff like that. Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of one of those ones I think that are pretty big. I mean, don't really I mean, I have to go back and look at some of my videos in terms of, I don't have any city stuff yet. I mean, I have the castle. I don't know if I did any really good walkthroughs with that. I mean, I think most of them are in all the shows. And I don't know if we recorded any of those for like the Brick World, which kind of actually sucks, because I probably should have looked to see that before I destroyed it. But, you know, hey, you know, I mean, in essence, I mean, there's lots of videos around, I mean, of it at different stages from all the Brick Worlds. But I did get a fair amount of interviews over time, and so you kind of I think I walked through the one with Matthew K the one time. So, but that's kind of it. I mean, it was. I mean, actually, with bricks, it sounds like Bricksmith's Castle is getting pretty big. Is Pink Castle, so I'm probably gonna be keeping myself that I took mine apart so soon. But hey, you know, I mean, I can rebuild it. I mean, obviously, the next one is still gonna be pretty good size. I mean, I don't remember what his size of his castle is in terms of plates by plates. I mean, even this one will still be pretty good sized at 4x4, and that leaves me with a lot of forest area. So, I mean, I got some ideas for some other stuff too. So, no stickers or anything right now, guys. No stickers on the Toys R Us truck right now.
I know that eventually I'm gonna have a city of some sort. It's probably gonna be less of a city and more of like just kind of like a town. But
I'd like to get these in vinyl. To get these made in vinyl so they'll peel off. I mean, I think actually the ones that I don't know. I need to find out if I even have what I did, because I did some special stuff for the the Lego ones. I used them for something, and I don't know if I had put the stickers on before I did the special stuff. So I actually got to look and see. I might need some of those reprinted too. I gotta figure that out. I did a special one for the Brick World the 1 year, so that was one of those things where I don't know where everybody's at tonight. I wonder where Larry and some of these guys are at. I don't remember who was. We did have a good amount of people on last week. We had 6 or 7, so I mean it's possible it's back to date night for Larry. Moto was on last week. I saw he was on earlier with Boone. Boone was doing something, he was converting something. I don't know what he was converting.
Yeah, it was an alternate build of the new Coliseum.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it looked like, it was kind of. I didn't catch what the name was, but I mean, it looked like it was kind of a castle of some kind. Is what I was thinking.
Yeah, it was. He's calling it the Castello Fortificato.
Oh, okay.
It's alternate build of the Coliseum.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I saw it. I mean, I was at the bowling center, so I mean, I didn't get to see much. So, but kind of mentioned something, and Moto jumped in, and then I don't remember who else was in there. A couple other people jumped in at one point after that. So,
yeah. But when I do eventually plan a city, I definitely want to do a lot of like nature stuff for sure, because that's really what I like most when I'm building. So it's definitely not going to be like tall skyscrapers, but I'll do what I like.
Yeah, I was thinking actually with mine. I was actually thinking in terms of if I end up having anybody build with me for the city, is I was actually thinking of maybe doing another thing kind of based on like the castle, where I can have a couple different ages of like a modern city, but with in the same kind of step as a castle. There might be a couple wall sections that are part of buildings or whatnot, especially if it's something where I'm kind of building with someone else or whatnot. So we'll see. I mean, I have lots of. I think I have lots of. I need to pull out all my sets. I mean, I have a lot of built sets for City already. I just need to find them all and pull them out and see kind of what I have and what's going on with that. So, but
yeah,
it's always. I mean, there's lots of stuff. I mean, I've done enough. What's going on?
And I already have that blue locomotive that I built last year, and that's going to go in my city. That was always my plan, to have like that be the main locomotive.
Which one?
It was like this blue train. It was a build I found at Rebrickable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
but was it based on an actual set, or was it something different than that?
It's kind of like a larger version of the Emerald Knight.
Oh, kind of
but in dark blue.
Oh, I think I might have seen that, or somewhere I've seen something like it somewhere. So, I've seen a few people do some stuff. Somebody built, actually, I think somebody might have even Whistler built a purple version of the Emerald Knight, which I thought was cool.
Oh, that's nice.
I remember I thought it might have been Wisconsin. It might have been something else, but I think I saw it at Brick World, or it might have been at maybe Train Fest, which I missed. We obviously didn't have this year either, so I actually posted up to Facebook as a memory of that last year, because Michael from down in down south actually didn't stay in there very well.
Yeah. Breadth builds. I would expect that you remember that breadth builds. And yeah, I do have a space type build. I have a couple actually, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those.
Well, actually, I mean, in terms, especially if it's not a modern city, I was going to say it could be like a kind of a bar or something. But in the end, I guess it could be some kind of a time warp type kind of thing somewhere within the city or such. Yeah. See, here's a bunch of the city sets and stuff. Where they show them off. I think I have the red airport. I think I have the blue plane. I got the tanker truck. I have those. Actually, the only other set I probably should have put in the auction, which I didn't, was the service truck with the porta potty. I opened up 3 just for the stuff I was doing. Look at that. Actually, the whole cover is going to come off of this one. Oh well. Good thing I probably already built one already. I've got a set of instructions somewhere. So these got
with the blue train, I have no like immediate need to motorize it, but for whatever reason, my mom wants me to.
Maybe Christmas.
Yeah. She we had a phone call at one point, and she asked me what I needed for it, and I listed everything. And I'm pretty sure she bought all the stuff.
Yellow.
Which I mean, it's fine with me. It just means I don't have to spend the money on the motors.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, in the end, the goal. I would probably myself. I would recommend the power function stuff. I don't think.
Yeah, that's
stuff. That, and then I would say maybe if nothing else, the power function stuff, and then get an S-brick. I mean, the S-brick with the phone is much better than the current one that the powered up or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I have an S-brick. I actually have two of them, and they work pretty good. I mean, I use them. Actually, I have two S-bricks with two of the rechargeable battery boxes in my modified Harry Potter train, and that sucker just would haul a ton of stuff. And so, but the S-brick was good. A bunch of the guys in Denlug ended up buying a bunch of those. Jeremy does a lot of Technic stuff. He bought a couple. Hey, Brick Bunnies.
Brick Bunnies.
The airport vintage. Airport.
Yeah. But I'm doing power functions for it just because that's how the Emerald Knight is set up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's got, instead of like the train bogey, it's got other stuff. Yeah, and then I do plan eventually to build a second locomotive of some sort. Not sure what that'll be, but.
So I mean, yellow garbage truck. I'm trying to. Is it yellow or orange? I mean, I have an orange one.
Let's see.
It's not on that one. That one shows some other sets, but it's not on that one. There was an orange garbage truck. That one is in the Red Airport. Is that what he's saying? Oh, for that one picture. What is that?
Yeah, I'm not seeing a yellow garbage truck. I do see the orange one though.
Is that?
Look on Brickset.
If you're talking about like the Red Airport with the red plane, is that what you're talking about? The red one there. That one's actually, that's an older one. I mean, I think this set's from like 2009, 2010. So, yeah, 2010. I think two of them. I think I got one a while after it had been out. I don't remember where I got it from. I might have got it used, or it might have been some kind of a grab bag or something.
Oh boy, it looks like the Nebulon B frigate will be available tomorrow.
Is that like the UCS type kind of thing or something? Or not it's UCS, like, but micro scale or something?
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con micro scale.
I do actually have a Star Wars set that's kind of that kind of weird scale. As I have the MIDI scale Imperial Star Destroyer actually is in the auction. So we'll see if that goes. I mean, I bought that because it had cool parts and I thought it was kind of cool. I actually think I had somebody in my lug at one point who was interested, or in Wishlug that was interested, but I think he was maybe going to pass at the time. I think it was maybe pricier than what maybe they were thinking they were wanting to pay. So, Airport City set was the Century Skyway. I remember that one. I mean, I had one of the old yellow rescue helicopters from back in the day. Oh, here's Moto. Moto must be done playing with. You done playing with?
I knew you were going to say this. Yes.
Yes, done playing with Boone. How'd that go?
It was good. Poor guy has only had 30 minutes of sleep and then a nap. So I figured he needed company to keep him awake and going. Man, that's pretty rough.
Was he working or something or what?
No, he got the Roman Coliseum set.
Okay.
Because he's part of that media network or what, I forget the official.
The LAN.
But yeah. So he did his official work for that, and basically designed an alternate belt.
How many pieces was that one? So that's like the brand new one they keep.
It's like $9,000.
Yeah,
think.
9,036.
It's insane. So basically, he made this amazing castle in studio, and was up really late trying to sort all the brick and break it back down so that he could go live and build his alternate build. But
That's
he
probably the
woke up
one I
in
was
30
probably
minutes
asking.
of sleep. It was so.
Yeah,
It was
that was
pretty
probably the one
rough.
I asked if it was in the shape of a dragon that he was talking about the other day, I think.
Exactly. That was he was giving you the little digital render of a preview of the final thing, and the final thing is redonk.
So did he end up finishing it then?
No, no way. Not in one day. The scale of it is just mind blowing.
Well, what I saw at the bowling center, because it was small, looked like he was showing himself kind of building, and then he had the speed build of what he already had done in the corner. Okay.
Yeah, he was showing the actual Coliseum time lapse build.
Oh, okay.
On replay, it was a 45-second, or sorry, it was like a 45-minute video of the official set build while he was, in real time following his own studio instructions.
Did they say how much that set's going to run? Do they know how much that set's going to run?
What is it, 550 US?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 550.
Or
Pretty hefty.
549.99.
I guess that's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
And that's probably what the most pieces of any set right now. That can be the largest.
Oh yeah, by far. Piece count, not footprint. Not footprint size, but yes, piece count.
Oh,
And it's available starting Black Friday.
Of course it is.
Oh, stickers? No, I'm not putting that out, I guess, right now. Dang it. Really was hoping I wouldn't have to do that. But
It's 18 plus, so I will need my ID to purchase the set if I so choose.
Yeah, it's funny. My grandmother lived to be 102. In the last 2 years of her life, she couldn't play with Lego anymore. Or 3 years.
One of my grandmothers lived to be 100. Yeah. Yeah, one of my grandmothers lived to be 100. That was her goal. Achieve that. So. Now, I'm going to have to probably frickin' throw the stickers on that at some point.
Ooh.
Oh, what is that? Oh, hold on. You got to say big screen when you get ready to do that.
Oh,
what
sorry.
Is that?
So this is a snowflake pattern I made. So Lego, if you build an ornament, it doesn't have to be big. It can be any ornament. If you put on social media, you put the hashtag build to give. And when you do that, they give a child in need a free Lego set this season. So if anybody has, a couple bricks lying around and you can throw together any ornament, no matter what, and so, share it, please do. I'm encouraging anybody to go ahead and, knock out. It doesn't have to be crazy huge like this. This is a door ornament. I'm going to hang this on the front door of our house.
You know what that's missing, right?
No, I don't.
It's missing a center section so you can spin it like Jeremy does. Giant top.
Well, that's funny that you ask. I have one that spins right over here.
A spinning snowflake. Like it.
It's not truly Jeremy style. This thing would just fly apart. But yeah, I did a more delicate. This is a 30-minute one. I just jammed together.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Raptors, welcome.
Hello, Raptors.
I got to look at the comments.
Yeah.
Raptors, hey. And Dude Jude. And Bricksoft. Wow. You got quite a few people up in here.
Yeah, there's 9. Yeah.
Cool.
More watching than I think we had in last week. Last week we had a lot in, so.
Yeah. If I see, I just broke it. I just pulled a motor. Look at that. Boom, gone.
That's okay. I wasn't really watching, so the only people who really saw it was our audience, our home audience. So
good for them. It's recorded. I want to do it at some point if I get permission from all the channel owners. I want to do a quick cut every single time I've destroyed a model on a live stream. I think that would be hilarious. And I don't
go for it. Anything you want on my stream, go for it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Y'all heard it here. Where did it go? It's just gone.
Hello, Kittenville.
Hey, Kittenville, welcome.
Hey,
welcome.
TJ, did you finish school?
Not yet.
No, but you're close, right?
Yeah, I got another week until I go home. I do have some school in December, but it will be online.
Are you transitioned to all online?
Just for December. just because it's in between, Christmas, Thanksgiving,
Right.
and everyone goes home for Thanksgiving, so they don't want everyone coming back to campus and
Yeah,
spreading around stuff.
my county, because the infection rates are so high, and my school just tested positive for 2 students, and I guess they were in class while they were infectious. The county finally just shut down. It's all remote learning, transitioning in the next 2 weeks. They're taking. We had a choice at the beginning of the year. My son chose remote learning, but they finally just the whole district, poop, all online, all remote, because it's just the case rate here has just exploded, and it's not getting any better at this point.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, our cases are going up here at my university as well. We've had like 22 cases over the past week.
Out of what's your student population?
Well, that's the weird thing. We do random testing every week, so we only test about 250 to 350 people. When our student population, I don't know how much it is now, but when everyone's in person, it's like 5,000. So
many
it's less
positives?
than that. We had 22 positive tests.
So 10%.
Oh, well, let me
22 out of
look
250
and
being tested.
let me look in 250 to 350 being tested.
Okay, so
Let
10
me
to
see.
8.
There were
That's not good.
there were
That's really
20.
bad, man. That's new
Okay.
infections.
So 22 positive tests and 308 tests in the past week. But that's only on campus testing. We had 4 off campus
So
positive tests.
7.5%. It's still not awesome.
Yeah, they do like a little.
I think if I did the math right.
They do a graph every week, and it's starting to go up. So, but I don't think they're going to bother sending us home because we're all going home anyway within the coming week.
Oh, it's okay, Brick Bunnies. I fixed it. It's all fixed.
Yeah, and I am getting a test on Wednesday, just to make sure. I mean, I don't.
That's good. Before you go home, you're doing the responsible thing, and I commend you for it. That's the right attitude to have.
Yeah, I don't think I'll test positive just because I don't interact with a lot of people face to face. I've got my own room, so I don't have to worry about a roommate bringing back stuff. But I can never be too careful.
Nope. A lot of the new cases are skewing younger in age right now, so it's really going through younger populations like wildfire.
Toys R Us truck is done, and Toys R Us store, no stickers, of course. So it's just
Sorry, what were you building, Reed? I should have asked.
Toys R Us truck. Toys R Us truck and store. So the store.
Oh wow! Like you have the sticker sheet and all that.
Yeah, I do. Yep. And then here's the truck. It's just not. It's not stickered. So.
That's that's
these are pretty good. This is a pretty good sized truck. I mean, you're talking.
It is. It's great for a city, and
So
anybody who loves
my elbow
is gonna love that.
Yeah. So So I mean, I got one going in the auction on the 72 hour stream. So.
Does that start 2 weeks or 1 week from now?
2 weeks, I believe, isn't it? I think so.
No, that's next weekend.
Is it next
It's gotta
weekend?
be next, because otherwise they'd hit Thanksgiving and no one would show up.
So next weekend.
It hit Black Friday weekend.
Well, if it was the Black Friday week, we'd end up with the 24-hour stream. That's the one that Josh and those guys do. So
no, it's next weekend.
I don't know. I keep that here. I'll build Should I build another truck? Or should we build something different? Actually, all I got is trucks and tractors. We'll build something small real quick here.
Here, I'm gonna do the responsible thing on your stream right now, Reed. Here we go.
Oh, I got mine.
There.
I went bowling.
I can't give you guys Rona.
I bowled in my mask the whole night. So what did I say? 640. I averaged 13? 213 tonight?
I finally got serious and got an N95. I'm not messing around anymore. I'm done.
So let's see here. So let's see here.
Be right back.
Yeah, I have a mask too. I color coordinate. At least with red.
I didn't catch that if you showed it, TJ. Sorry about that.
I just showed my mask. It's red. I got 3 red and 3 black.
Cool. I don't have many. I just have that new one, and then someone I know.
New one, what?
Stitched together.
Pro mask.
Yeah, I got a more hardcore filtering Mac, one that's not just where you won't affect others, but it really will keep people from affecting you, kind of thing.
Somebody think
That's the one I wear if I'm going grocery shopping or anything where the aisles are really narrow. The other one is
so.
a cloth
Rick
mask
Bunnies was
for
saying,
hiking.
did you enjoy all the guesses last night at a Hive stream at TJ? I guess.
Oh yeah, they were trying to guess my first name. Well, they were trying to guess my full name as well.
Oh.
That was fun. Moto, do you remember? I don't know if you. I don't know if I told
I've never heard
you.
your real name.
No, but here I'll edit my name and put what we had come up with.
Well, you're in the private chat, but I don't need to know your real name. It's cool, man.
Kidville's asking
I like the
for
air of mystery.
something else. Kidville wants more.
I could work on a mock I'm putting together, and I don't know if I'd break it on camera, but you probably see stuff falling down if I work on it. It's still in the fragile state, but
Yeah. So this was the name that we had first come up with. Somehow that it was just guessed.
Sebastian Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah. Sebastian Larry Fitzgerald.
SLF, huh?
It doesn't seem right.
Yeah, no, that's not my real name. That's nowhere near.
That's not even close.
I did eventually tell them my
What
first
state were
name.
you born in?
Illinois.
Illinois, okay. About 20. And I know there's a long, convoluted story involving why you chose titanium J52.
Yeah.
I've never heard it, but I can ask others at some point because I know you're tired of explaining it.
No, I haven't explained it in a while. I can explain it again.
Oh, really?
It was
Here we go.
Thomas Jefferson.
The titanium portion comes from Ninjago. It's a reference to Zane, who's the titanium ninja.
Yes.
J portion also comes from Ninjago, reference to Jay, the lightning ninja. And the 52 is a DC reference.
Oh, the new 52 or the old 52. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm a DC guy, so I understood that reference.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, so the new 52 didn't work out, so now they're once again going through and cleaning house on their stuff. Ugh.
Oh yeah, the Flash comics are a mess. They've been bringing back all the old speedsters.
Hey, Reptus.
Hello, Raptors.
Give me 1 second.
No, they pulled all the old speedsters out of the Speed Force, and so it's just
Really.
Yeah. And it was there's a lot of fun stuff.
Wally went on a murder spree, and that's when I just stopped even watching the news.
Yeah.
And even following the characters. I'm just
because
the Flash is my favorite superhero. I read the Flash comics when it was Wally West had taken over, and man, he's my favorite superhero. If I could have any superpower in the world, it would be super speed, and Flash, not Quicksilver speed, but like the Flash speed.
Yeah.
That is just to be able to travel through time and dimensions and
there's so many powers that the Flash has too. Just so many different things he can do.
What's the first rule of superhero combat in a team situation? You always take out the speedster first.
Exactly.
Always, because if you can't,
Yeah.
you're done. You are so cooked.
Yeah, you gotta worry about either the speedster or the time traveler.
They're
You know what's
essentially
my
the same.
opinion?
You slow time and you accelerate. So I mean, it's the same. I mean, essentially, it's the same power, right?
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
would do?
Way to go, Kidville. It is Friday the 13th. Thanks.
Yes,
Thanks
it
for
is.
Oh yeah, I
Jason's
didn't
out
even
to get
realize
us.
that.
You know
Be
what?
careful.
You know what I would do?
What was that, Raptus? What would you do?
Me personally, it sounds creepy, but it would work. I would slowly stalk each one of the people, find out their weaknesses, and take them out stealthily each time they're alone, until there's only one left.
Oh, as
Well,
far
that's
as
what-
like
Yeah, that's
against-
what Batman's plan was.
Yeah,
How do
I
you
was
sneak
gonna
up on a
say.
speedster?
I mean-
it's like.
if
for
anyone
them,
could do
time
it,
is
it'd be
frozen.
Batman. But
They
Yeah,
can't see.
Batman's like the only guy who could take.
I mean, if
that
you
could do it.
if you catch him off guard,
They can't run away from something they can't see. Because by the time they see me, they're already dead.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, but it gets tricky.
Yeah, I love myself a song.
Nice,
and
Brett.
that,
Way to make a point like that.
yeah, the recent Flash comics had like a wonderful story arc with the Reverse Flash, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, Moto. I definitely suggest you read it though, because it's really really good,
Okay.
and it also ties in with like the speedsters and other like the rogues and lots of different villains. And it was really cool what they did.
So TJ, if I were to guess your first name, I'm looking at the most popular names of 2000. Jacob, Michael, Matthew, Joshua, Christopher, Nicholas, Andrew, Joseph. So,
I will say one of those is my middle name.
Ooh.
okay.
None of those is my first name.
Oh, where'd those pieces come from?
Yeah, I was going to discount Joshua, Jacob, no Michael. This is what makes names so difficult.
Huh? As Brett pointed out, it's the 14:30 in the UK, so.
You know what's funny? The fact that I have technically already put my name out there, but no one has been able to figure it out.
Jacob, Mason, William, Jacob.
Because you see, I didn't say it. I gave the meaning of each name.
Oh.
Ah.
So if you hunt through a Hive stream, you should be able to find what I said and be able to piece it together.
Yeah. You're not a Jaden or an
No.
Ethan, are you, TJ?
Nope.
Okay.
My name does not start with a J.
Yeah.
You know, since we're trying to figure out names, my name is something you don't really hear that often.
Oh, what if my middle name is your first name? What if it's William?
It's not William.
That would be nuts. Okay. Alexander? I'm just going to stop guessing.
You're a smart man, but when it comes to name guessing, it's not your strong suit.
No, I mean, there's so many names. How would you even pick the right three? In the last name, good luck.
Oh yeah,
I mean, unless you're like me, it's like...
You know what's even better about that? I have two last names. It's hyphenated. So, good luck.
Yeah, not going to happen.
Moto just dies. He's just like, nope, I give up.
Well, the reason I go by Moto is because my name in the U.S., there's only two of us.
Only
And
one
I'm
can
not the
remember.
one that lives in Hawaii, so it gets really easy to figure out where I live. And so I try not to...
I know where you live.
You do not know where I live.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You underestimate my powers.
Yeah.
I know the state. But
I know you
beyond
live on the
that-
West Coast.
Oh, yeah, I live in Colorado. I live in the Denver area,
Yeah.
Colorado.
You just told me, so now I especially know where you are.
Good luck on narrowing down Denver, because I have to tell you, that's a big area out west. The
Yeah.
western states are big states.
Moto, you know
Yeah.
my determination. If I wanted to find you, I would find you one
Oh
way or
yeah,
another.
yeah. No, yeah, you could. People could find me. Jude, what's your name? Jude. Brett Bills. Brett.
It seems a bit too obvious. It's kind of sus.
Yeah, my first
If I
name
keep jibber jabbering, I'm not going to break anything else for Brick Bunnies. I'm going to have to grab something.
my first name's nice. It it has a meaning, and then of course if you spell it backwards, it means something totally different. So actually, I think spelled backwards, it's actually an animal. So.
Yeah.
Well, so all I have to do is go through the millions of animals that exist on this planet.
Did you guys know why I chose Moto? Do you know the meaning behind that? Why I chose that specifically?
Because it's the last part of your name.
But why
your
that
last
one?
name. I have no clue. Please explain.
Yeah.
TJ, did you ever hear?
No idea.
I heard it once, but then I was like, okay.
Hello, Sequoia.
I think I heard it, and then I probably already forgot. But yeah.
Yeah, it probably skipped out of your brain.
Before
So
he tells
Moto,
us,
so my
be
last name
careful.
is Japanese. Moto means origin or source.
Okay,
So I thought
everybody,
that
now be
was-
careful.
I thought that was a pretty wicked meaning, so I went with origin or source. I thought that fit.
Okay, everyone, now be careful, because he's like Salazar. He'll kill every single one of us until there's
No.
one left. I leave one
You can
man.
look up Moto and Google Translate in Japanese, and it'll come right across and tell you what it means. It's no big deal.
I've always wondered what part of like Asia Khan came from.
Oh, yeah, I never really asked myself. Never really bothered to ask. I mean,
He's not Chinese.
Khan has got pink felt and green hair, so
No,
I
that's
don't even know how you'd
that's
start.
Doc. I'm
Yeah, that's
talking about
Doc.
Khan.
Oh, you meant Khan. Yeah, sorry, I got it mixed up for a minute. That happens.
I don't see how you can mix up a human and a puppet, but okay.
No, the names. I have a hard time with names. It's a real problem of mine.
These are some nice tires, man. These are nice. These old tractor tires.
Yeah, aren't those amazing? Wrong camera.
And those aren't my personal favorite. I don't use tires a lot in builds. It's not my personal choice.
I don't really either, but
I
don't
think
build a lot
everybody
of
has a
vehicles.
tires container that's always filled to the brim.
Oh yeah.
Lego tires are like tribbles. They keep
multiply.
Yeah, they just keep showing up in nonstop quantities, and it's always
Yeah, I've
more
got
than
a-
you actually want.
I've
Kinda
got a
like,
wheels container.
Kind of like what is it? What was that movie? That you put water on the Gremlins are like Gremlins. You just put water on them and multiply, and multiply and multiply.
Yeah. What do they
can I
turn
share
into if
something
you feed
real
them
quick?
after midnight, though? That's what I want to know.
You don't want to know that, Moto.
No, I don't.
You don't want to know.
Brick separators? Because those things multiply too.
Oh, they
yeah.
do.
Got a nice stack.
Not as much as tires.
No.
I have quadruple the amount of tires than I do brick separators.
Oh yeah. No, tires are.
Well, that's because I don't think they always included the brick separators in sets. I mean, if they were back in the day, I mean, yeah, you'd have more.
But
than
no.
tires.
Oh, you're about to lose it. Oh, but I mean, think about it. There's so many basic town sets that have vehicles, and each vehicle has at least 4 tires, sometimes 6, like Reed's got there. And so, when I grab these thrift store lots and sort them, it's like wheels are
Hello,
just.
Kevin.
Oh,
Tractor is done.
Nico, hey.
And of course, the tractors from like 2009. Look at those really, really awesome sets they had back there in 2009. And we've
Ooh.
not seen in 11 years. Come on, Lego, you better
What?
come on, bring some farming
No.
back.
No, hold on for 1 minute. What makes the 2009 sets better than the sets we have today?
More pieces, better quality.
Well, not more pieces, just more pieces that you like, or
I mean, I think in terms of there were more pieces in terms to build with than what they have these days, I believe.
because I heard I heard this debate on a live stream about, oh, it's the good old days of whatever, right? All my favorite sets were when I was younger, and Lego's getting more expensive, but realistically,
It's
there
not.
are more
It's all
elements in the
capitalism.
modern sets than in the older sets. So you can't say there's more pieces because you do
Okay.
the stats and it's not true.
Well, let me see here.
But there's no goats.
I would like to share something, but first I'd like to give my point of view on this.
TJ, that was awesome.
Before I share, here's what I think about this topic. Lego is not expensive. You people just keep buying it, so it gets more expensive because they have to spend more money to make it. That's how capitalism works. Moving on.
Well, no, I mean the sets are getting higher and higher price points and bigger
Yeah.
and bigger, but that's because they keep pushing more into an adult audience who's willing to spend the money. It's not just a
Because
child's
people
toy.
keep
I mean,
buying.
that's like the great thing about Ninjago. They've got a nice wide range.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what I love.
I mean TJ, that's a great example.
They've got like the
Yeah.
action sets at $10, which are great target price point for kids, because a parent like sees that it's cool. You can throw out $10 for a little thing that they can play with. Then you got the bigger sets.
Yeah, the other thing that is happening over time is there are new building techniques that are incorporated in the sets. And I'm not saying they're better. I'm not saying they're more advanced. I'm saying they are different. And it's because of that you are seeing different elements show up as well. Like the Speed Champions line has, that type of car construction is so different than what you would have had 10 years ago. You can't really even begin to compare them if you put a Speed Champion set together.
Yeah, cars have really evolved.
Yeah, the way
The
the
Speed
front
Champ.
and the back and some of the shaping is more detailed, but it is a very different. You need a very different approach to the way you're going to build something.
Just certain sets. I'm
So
trying to look for a good example.
Yeah,
I
the
wanted
fact that
to
you're
ask-
taking this long proves the point.
I wanted to
If it was
ask y'all-
obvious, you would have had it right off the bat, right? It's just, I don't know. I don't think it's
Well,
a worthwhile argument to make.
perfect
It's not a great
example-
debate to begin with, but
perfect
yeah, Lego's
example
going
is
to keep
like
evolving. It's just
The
the
gas
nature of the
stations.
product.
The gas stations are a perfect example where, like, the current one I think was like, I don't know, was it $70, $80, and there were like maybe 400 pieces, and I think the one that I'm thinking of was maybe $30, $40, and it had like 600 or 700 pieces. I mean, it was like some of the stuff looks like it's just, and for City, which is kind of wild because you're not paying licensing. I mean, how come the price points on those are almost sometimes worse than Star Wars for like price point? I mean, that's kind of what I think it is. I mean, some of the prices on some of the sets just seem a little, to me, out of whack. And the
That's
gas
fair.
station
That's
perfect
fair.
example is the one that I think of the most. So.
Yeah, but if you go there and you really look at the element count or the specific components that are going into that, it probably had a lot of those more difficult to fabricate components or more rare colors or whatever. But
Here's my
overall,
opinion.
overall,
my opinion-
I can't complain. I look at the amount of detail that keeps coming out, and they just keep pushing the bar higher, and it kind of blows me away.
I like this, like the construction stuff. Perfect examples, kind of like the big building crane, the big that one from 06. That was pretty awesome and massive.
I will say this: I am seeing a whole lot less basic brick in all of the sets now. The plates are the new brick, basically. In order to get more detail, you have to go down to plates. So anybody who really likes the standard brick building, that is going away. If you
Yeah,
really
they're
love
doing
that
more
type.
panels and stuff. I mean, definitely more
Yeah.
panels and whatnot. So,
But I just don't see it as a bad thing. I can't complain. It's just it
I
takes.
disagree, but that's fine.
yeah, I kind of disagree too. But yeah,
In my opinion, with the sets and everything like that, I always hate it when people like try to hate on sets and it's like, oh well, this set's bad. Here's what I always say: if you don't like it, just build it yourself. Build
Correct.
yourself what you like.
Yeah, but there are less and less options for things to buy, and that's like I go back to this all the time, but you look at the ideas Pirate Island, that was phenomenal, and then they dumbed it down into a pirate ship homage instead. So I was
People
pretty
knows-
disappointed with that.
Yeah.
Well, we have different points of view on that. I actually
No, I
personally
mean,
like
it's
pirate
true.
ship.
You know, my collection, because I get thrift store stuff, I've got stuff from Samsonite all the way through 80s, through 90s, through 2000, whatever. And like when I grew up in the 80s, my dad had some Samsonite stuff from, you know, the 60s. And I looked at it as being incredibly basic compared to what I had in the 80s. And then same for 2000. I look back and it's just another 20-year leap forward, 20-year leap forward.
So, Raptors, what was your disagreement?
That was my disagreement when people always like try to hate on sets, because if you try to hate on it, if you don't like it, then don't buy it. Just build something that you like, that you would have liked. If, in your point of view, if you were to make it, build it. That's how I think of things.
Which is why I rarely buy sets other than for minifigures and a couple very minuscule parts. But then something like the fishing shanty comes out. Well, and the problem is that they started with a fantastic set and then dumbed it down. So it wasn't like I had some idea in my mind of what was going to be. I saw what it was on ideas. It was a great set, and they came out with something completely different that was half the complexity of what the idea set was. And I've built my own stuff that's similar, and that's what I wanted, is something on that level of detail. And what they ended up with was just a pirate ship with some extra, with nowhere near the detail of the idea set.
And that's true of the ship in the bottle. That one got reduced, right,
That's
from Jake's original.
I
mean, it
I like
happens.
the set, but I actually, here's the thing. I thought it was a lie. I went on Lego Ideas and I supported that thing like when it was in its 1,000, and I was like, man, this is so cool. I just want this as a plain set. And then they came out with it, and I'm like, this is a leak. It's fake. Not possible. It sucks. But then I looked at it in its entirety and what the set offered, and I realized it was a pretty decent set.
If it would have come out as a pirate system set, I would have thought it was great. It's just the fact that it started in a much more complex ideas set and then got reduced. That's why I have the issue.
Yeah,
Oh,
the majority of the sets that I think I would enjoy always get reduced.
Which
That's just
set
the
were you
nature
talking
of it.
about?
In order to
Kevin?
hit a price point and make it
The
make
Barrac,
it
not
hit the street.
Barracuda Island, whatever that $250 pirate set that's out right now.
Yeah, I just saw it at the Barnes and Noble when I stopped there tonight. They had it on the shelf. Pretty cool.
Hinkle rocking the Sammies. You meant Samsonite? Hinkle, I don't build with Samsonite because it's acetate, and once you lock it, I shatter it about half the time trying to get it apart, and I feel bad about destroying Legos, so that's why.
Should we build a recycle truck next?
Hey, Fazoom.
Hello, Fazoom.
You know what?
I'm going to be
Moto.
building
You
a recycle truck from 2012.
You're on a roll. How many have you knocked out tonight?
I got, well, the truck, and then I did the tractor, so, but.
So you got 2 down.
Well, I got some bigger sets sitting in the wings, too. I got
You're hauling, man.
Hello, Deppy.
the airport show. Hey, Deppy.
Hi.
Hello,
I
other
can't do
Kevin.
that.
I thought you disappeared from Lego altogether.
Who?
Other Kevin.
Oh.
He
No,
hasn't been on in months.
he did a 5-hour stream earlier today.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I haven't
5-hour
seen him anywhere in
stream.
Lego sphere myself, so. But I'm also not
Deppy,
very
Deppy,
active
Deppy, I miss you.
in YouTube groups.
Yeah, he was doing a drawing stream for all his Patreon accounts today. Hey, Kevin, did you end up finishing the stuff? You should come in and show off some of those designs. Did you end up drawing a Buff Chester rocking a Speedo? Did you end up drawing that? I want to see that, man.
So it's November, so I figured before I go, I could show you kind of my work in progress.
Yeah, I agree, Brick Bunnies. The set is decent. It's just, I was disappointed with the outcome.
What do you want? Moto, you need big screen?
Sure.
Your big screen.
So it is November with 2 V's. That means it's time to build a Vic Viper.
Ooh.
And Fazoom's going to start paying attention real close right now. I'm going to go get the other component. One minute. So the front of my Viper is going to be this little arrangement.
Ooh,
Nice.
that looks good.
That look good. I'm trying to think what it reminds me. It almost reminds me of something from like Babylon 5. Almost.
That's a nice part usage of those doors.
Oh, Moto.
Yeah, so these are Belleville doors, and when I was ordering some Technic figures from Europe, this person had a pile of them.
Really?
And of course, I'm paying shipping anyway, so I said, yes, I will take all your Belleville doors.
Wow. Well,
But they are incredible pieces. I couldn't believe just how gorgeous they are. And then of course I'm using magenta to kind of color match the translucent pink.
how many doors did you end up getting?
Well, this is where you of course you asked that question. Hold on. Where are you at? Where are your doors?
Because those actually would probably look pretty sweet, in a clear castle.
They could. They would.
Hey, Moto.
I think I have at least 6 more. I might have bought 10 or maybe even 12.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you
Hey,
can't
Moto.
have them.
What was
Yes.
that? What was that? Thing you showed before? It looked like an eye almost. All the spikes and the clear parts on it.
Yeah, I was going to show that next. So yeah,
You
anyway.
on the big train, go for it.
I've got Pegasus wings, some
yeah.
noodly stuff I have to do a tutorial on going on the inside of that structure. So that's the front part. The engine. This is the back of the engine right there.
That's good.
Is that on your Flickr? Because if it is, I'm gonna use that in a build, for some sort of snake creature.
You should. So
Yeah.
here's the crazy thing: is I stole it from the 9-year-old.
You stole it from him. I'm gonna steal it from you.
So here is my son's
Ooh,
creation.
nice.
Ooh.
So he stacks up those octagonal bar elements with a
Yeah.
2x2 round plate between them,
Nice.
and then he threw the translucent versions of those claws, larger claws on the end. That was in the Chima Ice Mammoth, and then
Oh yeah. I probably have a couple of those. Those are nice.
and then the trans orange
Mm.
claws, which are smaller. I put the dome on there with a crystal.
But how did you do it? Yours looks a whole lot more sleek.
It's yeah, mine. You know me. I mean,
Trans.
yeah. So what I did is I followed the exact same pattern to the claws, except I stopped after 2.
Oh, you actually added something on. By the egg piece that was just exposed before, I noticed you added some clip and bar technique back there.
Yeah. So in here, I alternated with a different type of claw and metallic to hold it together and give it another little layer in there.
Oh.
Transferred it to a dish, and then here I've got the energy core pod, which is an entirely different build.
Yeah,
I've made
you're
this
on a lot of
Sorry, what was
like
that?
me. I'm sorry. If you're like me and you join a lot of Lego streams, you see the progress of builds. And this was on Boone's channel, I believe, where that was completely exposed. But I really like the cage around it that you have added.
Yeah, I like those. I
That's
have
a real
one of those eggs from the because I was using them for
Yeah,
hostage holders around one of the early castles and stuff.
exactly. Yeah, these are the insectoid pods, and they come in
Here's what-
trans neon green.
Oh,
Or
they were actually
purple.
in one of the recent space ones too, Alien Conquest or something. They had them too.
Yeah, they're an alien thing.
Here's the thing.
But
I really want to try it out, and I wanted to ask Moto for your opinion. So for my ship, my Star Wars ship, I wanted to have storage for my troopers, like my custom troopers.
you can take me
Well,
off the spotlight.
But
If you
what
wanna
I was
show
thinking
anything like
about,
this.
no, I'm not showing anything yet because this is a work in progress. I'm still drawing it out. But I want to use those eggs because it's going to be almost like one of those black bombers, like in the military, like they're in a triangle of sorts. And in the wings, they're going to be around 4 in each wing, and then they can be dropped into the battle, and then troopers will emerge from the eggs, and then they'll fight whatever enemy we go after. I think that's a pretty nice idea, and I wanted to ask what you thought about it.
I
Like
haven't
implement
thought
them
about
into
it.
the wing.
Sounds cool. I'd say go for it, man. It's all in how you put it together, and if you pull it off, then it's awesome. And
What ship are you building?
It's a custom ship.
What
So,
affiliation?
affiliation of Star Wars.
No, what affiliation within Star Wars? Rebel, Empire, Republic, Fringe,
Neutral. Great Jedi.
what was that?
I pick no side. I will fight whoever gets in my way.
So it's just like a custom.
And it's a freighter or a starship or what? Or a fighter or what?
It's in between a fighter and an interceptor.
Okay.
Cool.
So it's supposed to be streamlined, but it's supposed to be big enough where it can be its own little ship.
But it's got enough room to carry troops and stuff, so so slightly bigger than a fighter.
Bigger than an interceptor.
And
it's like
what
an assault
what era is
transport
it?
in a way, huh?
What era?
Yeah.
It's actually set in my own custom era. Not like the Old Republic, not in the sequels and stuff like that. I actually based this 3000 ABY from where the Rise of Skywalker ended.
3000, and I can't remember
3,000 years after.
what's the legacy timeline. Is it legacy? What's the comic book series? Is that legacy?
Legends is what you mean.
No, I don't mean Legends. I mean with that Skywalker that's like 1,000 years in the future in the comics.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure he's Legends now, but
Well, he is Legends now, but I'm saying
is it?
that's not.
Man, I was sorry, but this
Is it
dude just
Kate
hit me with every
Skywalker?
question in the book.
That might be Cade.
Yeah.
What was that?
Like, I answer one of his questions and he hits me with another one, and I'm just like, wait, hold up, what?
Well, 3,000 years after Battle of Yavin, that explains it. So, okay.
Yeah, after Battle of Yavin.
Well, I mean, Kevin is a big Star Wars guy, so he's going to ask you all the hard and all the fast questions. So,
Yeah, sorry.
but I mean, the questions will help, as you progress through the building. I mean, in terms of that, because everybody's going to ask you those things when you get to a show. I mean, conventions they ask you that stuff all the time, and might as well have the preparation now. Because they'll ask, because especially if it looks like Star Wars, you're going to get a lot of questions like that. People just ask all kinds of stuff. But
Here's the thing: I can answer his questions all day, but then he hit me with the Legacy, and I have not heard of Star Wars Legacy yet. I could tell you all about Legends. I could tell you about the Old Republic. I can tell you about the prequels, the sequels, the original trilogy. But he hit me with something I never heard about.
Yeah, that was the only thing after after the
sequel.
New Republic and all of that prior to the sequels. So, and that was a long ways in the future. So and I couldn't remember when that was. So,
Yeah, in my version of the timeline, what happened is that I'm sort of a Mandalorian, because kind of how the Darksaber was created was a Jedi Mandalorian. So I am a Jedi Mandalorian, and the helmet's going to look a bit different. But what's happened to Mandalore at this point is that it got so overrun by the creatures, because after the Empire, almost no one could inhabit it. So creatures and nature started taking back over, and even Beskar was not good enough to face off the creatures that had evolved. So what happened is that they just raided the entire moon, took all they could out of it, and then we went to a new planet and called that Mandalore, because us trying to take down the creatures there was almost impossible.
What are you doing a flex there, Moto? I saw something about a flex. Oh wow, that's
I will
a
buy
little
the entire thing off of you right now.
Mandalorian might start rewriting some of that lore for you. By the
That's
way,
a little bit more than what I got, Moto. I don't have quite that many. How many is
Can I
that?
have 4 of those? How much for 4 of them?
Are there some still available out on Bricklink? That's the question.
Yes, there
No,
are.
he bought them all.
Yeah, I have a bunch too, because I probably have 10 or 12, but Not quite
So-
that many.
So
Yeah, Kevin. Like what you said, with the Mandalorian that's going on right now, that could shake it up a bit. But
Yeah.
I can adapt. So by the end of by the end of the second season, I believe that will be it for the Mandalorian. They might go for season, but I doubt it. But yeah, so what happens at the end of season 2 will probably determine how Mandalore will be settled. And if it's not settled, then I'll go on with my whole timeline.
Yeah. Well, plus, I mean, 3,000 years, a lot could happen. So even if it gets resettled now, you still got plenty of time for something else to happen or whatever would be.
Moto's flexing again.
No,
It's not that great of a flex this time.
he
It's just
still hasn't
fabulous.
told me where to ship this.
Oh.
And, I
Oh,
have new,
I've got the Shep. It needs a home. Dude, you're killing me.
so, Kevin, with basically almost like starting my own little army almost with like clone troopers, but instead they're like advanced troopers, almost like Delta of sorts. So what happened is that around his 20s, around Raptus's 20s, he was banished from Dathomir, and he was in search to try to basically create his own government. And he went and he was finding all these sort of artifacts from the olden days, like the Old Republic and stuff like that, and like the prequels era, and heard of Camino. But by the time that he got there, almost all of it was destroyed. Because after the prequels, and no more cloning was needed, so the planet went back to isolation, and everyone on the planet stopped. And everything just started breaking down naturally, so there was barely anything left. So when he searched through it, he was luckily able to find the DNA storage and found little to almost none of the DNA. So what he did is that he took the research and he took it back to his planet and basically took DNA from himself and the most dangerous creatures of Dathomir to try to create almost like a hybrid, like ultimate troopers, be able to take down anything that could possibly get in his way.
I see.
Again, not things written down, set in stone, but I'm just giving y'all the basis.
Yep. And
A lot of lore.
that definitely fits into Star Wars, into the Star Wars, within the realm of possibilities there.
So, Mr. Wagner, what are you working on tonight?
Trying to build or get some sets that I had sitting around. So I'm working on the Resistance A-Wing right now. I really just have it for the figs, but I figured I might as well build the A-Wing because I'm a big fan of the ship itself.
Yeah, I think I got one recently. I have one. I came across one in my storage. I got one floating around too somewhere. One of the A-Wings.
No, nobody.
I think it was one of the newer ones, probably from maybe 16, 17, whenever probably one of those was out. I don't think I would have bought one probably since then. But I probably bought one when they had it on, when I had a discount at Lego. So.
Well, when they came out with the Rebels A-Wing that came with Darth Vader's tie, they finally introduced the new fin that works really well on the A-Wing. So that's been the last major upgrade, was getting those fins for the rear that work much better than the pieces that they had before. So
I don't know if I had that one or not. Then I don't know. I had one of them. I know that.
This one was it came with the two fighters, so you probably didn't have that one.
Oh, that's the one with the Darth Vader tie?
Yes.
Yeah, no, because I actually had the old Darth Vader tie, which I hope I built one, because I know I sold one at one point. I'm hoping I didn't sell all of them, but it's
One
fine.
that came with the Y-Wing? One that came with the Y-Wing?
No, this was the one from like 2008 or 9 that was all by itself.
Yep.
That one was a nice one. I mean, I know I had a couple. I just don't remember if I went looking the other day and I was like, gosh, did I sell them both? Maybe I wasn't planning on building it. I don't know. So, I don't remember. Kind of things where some stuff's a blur sometimes. disappears, and one less thing I gotta worry about, I guess.
Sorry, I'm behind on the comments.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Yeah, Brick Bunnies, we don't have to get into the expanded universe discussion today. I'm more than willing to spew forth on my feelings about that, but today we don't need to talk about that.
I was thinking of another idea to because since my character is a gray Jedi and they are normally very powerful, I kind of wanted to give him something that at first would seem like a strength, but actually would end up being his biggest weakness. So you know how Sith get into their emotions a lot, and when they do, their eyes turn a sort of orangish red. So my idea was that yes, he thinks of himself and he acts as a gray Jedi, but there will be times within the story where his emotions take over and he goes basically into a Sith mode, almost no mercy. But in that time, he is also at his weakest state because he's not thinking logically as well. So I'm thinking while I'm writing the story, and one of those times is when he'll be injured, severely. Star Wars fast, you gotta lose a limb.
Yeah, and it sounds like he'll be a pretty major player in that time frame, one of the biggest or most powerful characters at the time that he's around.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's the
you
point.
do,
He kind of is, but I don't want him to be too overpowered as well.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you do, always return back to the story. I mean, that's really the beginning, and you don't have a good story, you can have a great build, but it's tough. It's tough to
Balance.
It's kind of tough to develop a good, strong theme, which sounds like
Story
you're trying to do
schmory,
this
it's all
story.
special effects. That's all you need, right? Sorry, that's the sequels.
So what you mean is that,
I don't know, I guess.
I mean,
I was being facetious. I don't feel that way at all.
Oh, since I'm still ranting about Star Wars, I'm not going to talk about my character anymore. Me and Wagner will talk about that on Instagram or something like that, because he's a pretty cool dude, and I really want to talk to him more about Star Wars. But anyways,
Wait till Butt Chop gets on.
I really want a Star Wars game that's almost free, almost free play almost. Yes, there's story, but you can basically go to almost 20 planets and just do whatever you want. And you can create your own character, your own lightsaber design with your own colors, stuff like that. I think that would be a pretty neat game.
Just like a free roam.
Well, I still stick with the D6 RPG. That's my favorite, best way to play Star Wars, unless it's a good video game like Battlefront 2.
Isn't there a new one coming out like that, kind of like the Battlefront with ships or
Yeah,
something?
Squadrons just came out, or whatever it's called.
Squadrons. Yeah. I think Squadrons is a great game, but I feel like it's not going to have a lot of replayability to it.
Yeah.
With Jedi in order.
Yeah.
After I finished the story in the game, and there were still trophies to grab, I was like, I don't really want to play through all that again.
Well, I've never been a huge fan of pure flight simulators. So
the only one I liked that was ever really a flight simulator type thing wasn't Star Wars. It was the old Descent series.
Oh yeah, but that was more about the PvP than it was about the game itself. At least when I played it.
Other than that it was wild just because you could actually get that was a game where you could almost really get sick if you got too lost in the fact that it was 3-dimensional and all that too back in the day, and that was kind of interesting.
The days of Doom 2 and Quake later on, and that sort of
the only really Star Wars game that I really got into and played a lot of was the Galactic Battlegrounds one. That was one I got into a lot.
Yeah, that was okay. It wasn't as good as Warcraft. There are plenty of good Star Wars games spread out over the years.
That was I played a lot of that when I was part of a worldwide clan back in the day. That was I thought it was pretty awesome, but and again,
it was decent. It's just Warcraft 2 was better than Galactic Battlegrounds. because it was. I'm not sure how much they did with the expansions, but it was cool, but it didn't have as much variety as some of the other ones that are out there, like
Yeah,
Age of Empires.
the clone campaign one helped the game a lot. I played it a lot. I mean, back when anybody can remember MSN Gaming Zone was still around, that was when I played it. So when you had that platform to play it on, so
I didn't know I never had a platform.
Yeah, MSN Gaming Zone was the place to play back in the early 2000s. That was where everybody played you could play all the games, you meet there and play. They used to do the Week of War with that game, with Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds, but yeah.
So
the clan I was on, huh?
Guess what Jacob's trying to do?
Try and get on camera or something, maybe? I don't know.
You know, he's memorizing the URL, and he's trying to put it on his tablet because he wants to get on his tablet, and I keep telling him no.
Hey, I know I keep going back to this, and I'm sorry that I keep interrupting the stream with my random Star Wars BS, but it's been a while since I've actually found a true, like, in-depth fan of Star Wars. Sorry if I keep going back to, like,
Raptus?
my stuff like that.
Raptus? First I have to say goodbye.
You leave him?
You leaving?
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock, and I have Amazon just told me I have a very expensive package that got dropped, and I don't want to leave anything to chance.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take off, grab my
Leaving early
electronics,
again,
and do
Moto.
the what?
Leaving early again.
Well, early compared to you guys, but I get up at 4 in the morning, dude.
I was up at 4 in the morning. I had to watch the new episode of Mandalorian.
How's up?
I guess I just need sleep. I don't know, man.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, it's been a busy day.
Well, have a good night, Moto.
Yep.
Moto.
Woo! Go ahead, Reptus.
Okay, so since my character is a Mandalorian, and he's basically the most powerful of, like, the Mandalorians, obviously the one that rules must hold the Darksaber, correct?
Yeah.
According to current lore, and assuming that they're all still following those same beliefs at this time period, yes.
Well, I still want to kind of keep that. Like, I still want to kind of keep a bit of the original within the story. So what I think will happen is when my character goes to basically find his saber, because along with having, force powers and stuff like that, you also need a saber, but he also wanted to keep with his family line. So he tries to find the Darksaber. Now, I'm assuming they're going to try to go back to Mandalore in The Mandalorian Season 2. So, and I'm guessing they're going to try to rule it once more. So that's what I'm trying to go off of.
I'm guessing
So
it's
when
going
he
to
goes-
play. It'll probably be Season 3 or 4, but that's just my guess.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is that he'll go down to Mandalore, try to find it, and when he comes across the abandoned buildings, like, because I think they'll still have the buildings there, like, they're still probably going to be very decayed, but I think they'll still be there. He'll find the saber, but the problem with it is that its entire, like, chassis, everything is unusable. The only thing left is the crystal, but it's cracked. And we all know what happens when a kyber crystal cracks. It's a bit too powerful just to keep with one blade. So my idea is almost like a cutlass of sorts. Have a thin, still blade-like object going around the hand as, like, a guard, and then having a sharp blade for, like, the blade. But it's going to be shorter than the original Darksaber. So like I said, like a cutlass. And I think that would be a pretty nice idea. I'm not sure. I'm trying to look for feedback on that.
Yeah, and I would imagine that it's more it doesn't have to look like the Darksaber, and it's more how you're harnessing the power of the crystal.
Yeah, that's what I kind of really hate about, like, watching the Clone Wars. Like, I love the Clone Wars, don't get me wrong. But the entire Darksaber is, like, you can't wield it properly without the Force, because that's how lightsabers work.
Well,
So I still call BS.
you
I
can't
still call
wield
BS
it
about
as
Finn
well.
and Rey.
You
Yeah.
can still wield it. You can't.
Use it as well.
Correct.
I mean-
you don't. I mean, anyone can use a lightsaber. It's just a matter of you really can't use it correctly, and yet you can't use it nearly as well unless you have the Force.
Yeah, I mean, proof of that would be Obi-Wan versus Pre Vizsla, first appearance of the Darksaber. Pre Vizsla was losing when he was fighting with the Darksaber. He loses the weapon, and all of a sudden he kicks Obi-Wan back. I mean, it's just the
Yeah, that's what
nature
I was watching.
of not being
Like-
force wielding.
Yeah, I was like, I bet if he was Force wielding,
If
he would have
he
been
was,
able to take that battle.
if Pre Vizsla was
He
a
was.
force wielder, he would have easily destroyed Obi-Wan. But he wasn't. So, I mean, you see Maul beat Vizsla.
So here I hear.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just do Mr. Wagner, do you get the Blocks magazine at all?
I do not.
Well, this one they're talking about the name. Since we're talking about Mandalorian, might as well talk about. They're talking about the name, like what's in the name. Like they're talking about the Razor Crest name.
Yep.
How the guy in Europe actually, for mod bricks, actually got the trademark ahead of Lego in Europe.
Oh, yeah, I heard something else. Yeah, so they had to call it something else on the packaging.
Yeah, in Europe,
Of something,
because it already aired in the U.S. I mean, the U.S.
Yep.
I mean, so in other words, where they're basically, I mean, in here it's kind of saying that it's possible the courts declared a trademark in bad faith for the Gabmen or whatever. So, I mean, obviously Lucas and some of those ones who actually, owns the series or wherever might be able to actually, or Disney or wherever might be able to actually do some stuff. But that's kind of interesting. So,
Yeah, the trademark trolls tend to be a problem.
what was that, Kevin?
I said the trademark trolls tend to be a problem sometimes. It's just a matter of how the courts handle it, because I would think the U.S. courts would not be willing to go down that route, but the European courts are handled a bit differently.
Yeah.
I really want to say this because when I found it, it was amazing. In the Clone Wars Season 2, when the bounty hunters were helping the farmers, what was pretty cool is that in that episode at the very end, what you see when they start to leave is a Razor Crest model. I'm pretty sure it's not called the Razor Crest when they're driving it, but it's the exact same model.
What, the bounty hunter ship or a different ship?
When the bounty hunters, the Jedi, and the farmers teamed up against the pirates.
Well, yeah, but is that the bounty hunter ship you're talking about?
Yeah, it was the bounty hunter ship.
Nah, that wasn't a Razor Crest. That was a different ship.
But it looked a lot like it.
I mean, it was similar. It could have been designed by the same people, but
I think it was the same model that they're using, but it's a different name.
no, it's a different kind of ship. Because I know the engines can move.
Don't spoil anything. I'm still in season 3.
Yeah, it's
Of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, the Clone Wars.
It doesn't get good until season 4. You're in the bad seasons right now.
yeah,
I'm iffy about
but
the best seasons compared to what I've seen. I haven't looked forward because I don't want spoilers. But what I've seen is definitely better than what's going on now, but I don't think it's bad storytelling.
Wait, how is it going on now? Talking about the sequels or talking about other stuff? Because the sequels are terrible, but everything else is better than Clone Wars 1 through 3.
I'm talking about the Clone Wars.
I mean,
The new Clone
like-
Wars is much better than the old Clone Wars.
I think the Clone Wars all around is pretty nice too.
Yeah.
The animation the
I
first couple
couldn't stand
seasons
the
is not
Clone Wars when it first came out because it contradicted everything in Star Wars lore that was existing. And then the sequels
Yeah.
came out and messed everything up. So at that point, it didn't matter anymore because Star Wars lore was screwed. by the time I went back and watched the rest of the Clone Wars again. So, because there's all sorts of things they do in the Clone Wars they shouldn't be able to do.
Yeah.
And the morals of the Clone Wars episodes are really, really dumb. It's kind of like the means justifies the ends. Ahsoka and Anakin are both little brats that are really annoying. They probably get tolerable later on. In my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like,
But
the
the
Clone Wars
Bounty
had,
Hunters are
like,
cool, and the clones are cool. Sorry.
Clone Wars had, like, the first few seasons, you know, the animation wasn't as good. And they were, I guess, still trying to experiment with it. But as it went on, it kind of grew as the audience grew. So, and definitely those later seasons when they started bringing back
I don't know what happened.
these different characters.
Star Wars killed our viewership.
Okay, I have to go after I say this, but I really did like the parts where, like, when Anakin would, like, kill or harm somebody, it would play just, like, not obvious, but you could hear bits of the Imperial March play as he did those actions.
Foreshadowing the dark side. Foreshadowing his fall.
Like when he killed the guy that was about to blow up the entire ship, like, who will grant themselves a cold-blooded killer?
Yeah, that guy.
Dun, dun,
The
dun.
Mandalorian
Like,
senator.
awesome.
That doesn't surprise me given your description of the character that you're developing.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, I got to hop out. Thanks for letting me on, Castle.
No problem. Have a good night.
See you,
Good talking,
Nice talking to
Raptors.
y'all. Bye. Nice talking to you, too. I'll try to message you on Instagram or something like that.
Sounds
Bye.
good. Bye.
Okay. So.
What I disliked most about the new Clone Wars is that, well, there were two things I disliked. One, it didn't have dirge in it. And
Sorry,
dirge is
you're talking new Clone Wars versus the shorts?
like shorts and just old canon.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Dirge
I wasn't referring to
is-
those when I said bad old Clone Wars.
Dirge is like my favorite bounty hunter. One of the top, one of the best. He should have just been in somewhere.
Yep.
And then
he was the only real challenge for the Jedi, and then they just never brought him back.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he had to. How is it he died in Legends? Anakin put him in an escape pod, directed it into a star.
Is that in the novels or is that in?
That was in the novels, I think.
Okay.
Novels or comics or something.
I read all the books after Return of the Jedi. I didn't really read any of the ones in the prequels. So.
But the other thing I didn't like about the Clone Wars is that I didn't really feel like it showed what the Republic was losing, because it showed a lot of like Republic victories and kind of followed the Kenobi, Skywalker, Ahsoka stories. But
yeah, but you had so many battles where it's like
you
never had any sense of repercussions for anything. It was like, yep, they lost that system. Yep, they lost that system. What does it matter? I mean,
ultimately it didn't matter because Palpatine was pulling the strings, and really the Clone Wars was just to get Anakin to the dark side and to set up the Galactic Empire, which both of those are exemplified, especially in the later seasons. You begin to see more of that. With the Banks and with Anakin fighting Dooku in the later seasons. They really do a good job at foreshadowing it. I don't know if you've seen the unfinished episodes, but there was an arc with a giant Kyber crystal, and I really wish they had finished that.
Yeah, I saw one of them, but the one they ended up remaking with the sisters. But okay, I gotta step out for a second. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, so yeah. So are you building any Ninjago stuff these days? Any sets or anything, or any custom Ninjago stuff?
No, not currently. The only sets I bought while I'm here are a couple 501st battle packs.
Oh, you were able to find some, huh?
Yeah, I found one on Colt's website and had my parents ship it to me, and then I found another one at Kohl's. I found 3 at Kohl's actually, and then I only bought one because I was like, I don't need 3. I kind of regret not getting more now, but
I guess it would be interesting if we still end up seeing more of them. I mean, I actually ended up with 3 of them too. I mean, I haven't done anything really with them. I mean, I just have them. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't want like a huge amount. I'm not an army builder. The max I kind of set for myself was 5
yeah,
because it gives me like a decent amount of troopers, but it doesn't like give me.
I kind of like the walker. I mean, that's kind of why I kind of like the set. I mean,
Yeah.
And so, I mean, and I figured, yeah, what the heck, I'll buy, one thinking, might be nice to have since it's kind of one of those ones that kind of seems like a pretty neat set. But for the most part, I really haven't really been, I'm not trying to buy a lot of Star Wars stuff. I mean, the only kind of stuff I really buy is some of the stuff that's maybe more or less like Yoda related type kind of stuff. But even then, I think I'm getting rid of at least one of those sets at the auction, I think. So, but yeah, for the most part, it's just there's so many different things to have. So
Yeah. Sorry, Jay, I had to jump out there for a second. So what we're seeing on the Mandalorian is a lot better story building along with the main story versus in the Clone Wars. It seemed like it was just a lot of one-off events that didn't really affect things in the long run.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of battles.
Yep, exactly.
And maybe like some of them had repercussions, or some of them had like this foreshadowing. But
yeah, and there are definitely some cool characters that came back and were involved. It's just a large portion of it didn't end up mattering much. So and they got better and better about that as they went along.
Yeah, but I mean that was really just the Clone Wars in itself. Ultimately, it just didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was all just one big plot by Palpatine.
Yep. One big red herring.
I mean, like, even some of the later arcs had some bumps in the road. Like, there was that arc with the children and crafting their lightsabers.
Oh, yeah.
That was completely useless because all the younglings are going to die anyway. And it wasn't really that good. I mean, the only parts in that arc that I liked was the droid Huang with all the lightsaber knowledge, because I thought that was cool. Mm-hmm. And then kind of the end with Grievous and the Separatists coming in and taking over the pirate stuff.
Probably a third to a half the episodes in seasons 4 and 5 are good. And then season 6 has the best episodes.
Season 6 has some really good episodes.
I mean, that Yoda episode was phenomenal. It just gets into the whole other side that you weren't even considering.
Yeah.
And then the last 4 episodes of the new show, the batch things didn't really add a lot. And then the sisters were just annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I think the arc on what was that planet called? I forget the name. Anaxis. That was kind of just for like the clones.
Which one was that? Oh, was that the Bad Batch?
Yeah, that was the Bad Batch. I think that was kind of a clone-centered one, which I liked.
Which they're fine. I like that's again. It's taken away from the clones, and they kind of reinforce the fact that the clones are not important because they keep going to variants and other characters, and the clones just keep getting killed off. So
yeah. And then the one with the sisters was completely pointless. Yeah. I feel like they should have done the Son of Dathomir arc instead, because that would have explained so much more of what was going on and how Maul was back on Mandalore when last we saw him in the show. He was being captured by Sidious.
Yep.
Because Son of Dathomir.
It's a good episode too. That whole
Yeah, Son of Dathomir would have been a wonderful arc to actually animate.
Well, we'll see. They're doing a phenomenal job with Mandalorian, and I hope they do a good job with the Cassian Andor series. And then there's some other series they're looking at now too. I
Kenobi.
I heard there's going to be a Bad Batch series. Well, yeah, Kenobi. Yeah. That's right. Sorry, and I completely mentioned that. So we'll see. The sequels were orchestrated horribly.
Yes.
So,
And I've looked at the sequels and it's like, what did they really accomplish? What changed from ending of Return of the Jedi to ending of Rise of Skywalker? And really nothing has changed. It's the same end.
Yep. Yeah.
Just
and
with different characters.
Yeah, it was just Disney not even putting any effort into developing a plan. It was just, oh, here, we'll hand it off. There you go. And now it's in different hands now. So,
yeah.
So
I'm also glad that in the Clone Wars they managed to get Darth Bane in there with that Yoda arc right before the whole Legends purge, because Darth Bane is one of my favorite Sith, and it leaves the door open to do something with him eventually.
Yep, I know. I like how they're wrapping in some of the key characters from Legends back in, so they can show up in the shows and series and stuff. So
yeah, like they had the Mortis arc, and that had a deleted scene with Darth Revan and Darth Bane, which would have been really cool, but ultimately didn't make the cut.
all right, sorry, Reed. Star Wars up your Lego stream.
That's okay. It happens. It's okay. I'll probably Minecraft my stream later, so it's not like it's,
Yeah, you can see what is that? Essentially a half-hour gap in conversation on the chat. There's a little bit around 9 o'clock.
Yeah, no. I think it kind of died as that Star Wars got pretty in depth. I think it kind of lost a little bit of the luster. Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame for blocks for sets. Hey, they got that Pirates of Barracuda Bay at number 1. It's quite funny. Ford Mustang at 2.
Yeah, like I said, it's a cool set. It would have been a cool set if it just showed up in Pirates.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would have been even better, like you said, it would have been a little bit closer to the actual one that was out on Ideas. Because you're right. If you look at the one on Ideas, it does look a little bit better. I mean, it looks a little bit better. It looks more, more or less like the island. I think, like you said, they're trying to make it more playable by trying to have that ship part 2, but. I don't know.
They wanted to make another pirate ship, which I'm sure the pirate ships sell better than just a piece of.
They should have done a flagship, an Imperial flagship, another one of that magnitude. Probably would outsell anything that the Barracuda Bay could, reap. I mean, just because that was a huge selling set. That the flagship, I love that one. I mean, if they brought another one like that back instead of the Apollo Saturn V, I'd be buying 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Anything else that's out right now, you get more of those. Because that was a good sized ship too. I mean, a bunch of
that was the biggest one so far.
I know Mr. Frederick's sitting on about 10 of them in terms of ones that are like it. I don't know how many are custom and how many are of the actual set he had, but that was actually a good one. I mean, they've had a lot of ones. I still kind of want to get the big Falcon at some point, maybe, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to get money for that. So,
yeah, I was just talking with someone the other day though, because that set. I mean, even the $500 one was so big, you can't really use it to display. I mean, you can do it for something at your house, but you can't really take it to shows. It loses a lot of its value as a set.
There you go. There's a cool picture there.
Yeah.
And the Sandcrawler.
Yep. Is that from the Blocks magazine?
Yeah.
Nice.
Shows the Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian.
Yep. Oh, I saw the whole thing. Yep. I see the Sandcrawler, the Jawas. I knew right away which episode it was.
Oh, well, I haven't watched it. Well, it looks like a lot of rock work, though. That looks like fun.
Yeah.
Looks like the newer, huh?
Is that landscaping all Lego too?
Yeah, all Lego.
Really?
Yeah, that rock work in the back is all Lego.
Wow. And who came up with this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is this typical of Blocks magazine?
I don't know. I don't get a lot of them. Which episode is this? This is printed in the UK. I don't know. It doesn't really. It's hard to say what issue it is. It just says they're talking about the 501st issue 72 in 2020. So I mean, Brett would be the one that would probably know more about the blocks. But it looks like it's the newer Sandcrawler because it doesn't look like as interesting as the other ones. So yeah, they're talking about shooting lots of pictures of it and stuff in here. So I mean, I was at the thing looking for Minecraft stuff. And I figured I'd look and see if there was like Minecraft magazines, and I saw the blocks. Like, I might as well pick it up. I mean, I don't know that riding. What's the Blurg? The Blurg. They're showing how to build a Blurg. Yep.
Yeah.
Showing how to build one of those.
All right. Well, I gotta head out. So.
Okay. Sounds good.
Nice hanging out.
No problem, TJ. We'll see you probably next weekend. Let me know. I mean, I'll definitely have shift seats in here available. So.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Later, TJ.
Have a good night, Brick Bunnies.
See you, Brick Bunnies. It looks like they're talking about some of the parks. Talking with some of the builders. Ooh, the tree of creativity. Yeah, so it's kind of one of those things where, I don't know, I mean, build a better Bantha.
Yeah, I like to see a molded Bantha myself. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, with Star Wars doing so much stuff, I'm guessing it's, possible you could probably, battered and bruised. We got some castle stuff in here. I like that.
Oh, nice.
Show them this one. Battered like a battering ram.
Oh, yep. Does it say who built these? Like, does it list the builder for these?
Let's see here. Words and Picks, Simon Picard. I don't know if that's who built it. I just picked it up. I'll have to kind of look. I'll have to look at it, see. I just kind of picked it up. I really probably shouldn't read too much of it while I'm on stream, but yeah, pretty cool. It just talks about Avatar stuff that someone's building, custom stuff.
No, you can talk on here. Go ahead. You want to talk for a while?
Ooh, the room looks like a safe, a working safe. Or Doogu's throne room. I just got a bunch of stuff. Ooh, what is this?
Hi, Reed.
Hey, buddy, how's it going? Talking about some underwater stuff, building the seafloor. Kind of cool for some of the different stuff. This looks not bad. Oh, obviously, it's showing like Lego events too.
Have you seen that?
Obviously, it shows like the Great Western Brick Show in the UK in October canceled.
Yeah.
BrickCon obviously went virtual. November, the Sheldon Brick Show canceled November. Virtual Japan Brick Fest, I guess, went virtual.
Oh yeah. Hey, Jude. I never did say hi. I don't think. From your, I don't know when I first.
It's a magazine. I mean, obviously, like I said, I was there looking for more or less Minecraft stuff, so it could help me with get my Minecraft game a little bit better. And I saw this online. I saw the big one on the fortress.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, well, and since I'm building a big one, I might as well look at that and see.
Well, Reed, you know how to build with Lego. You don't need to an instruction manual to build with Minecraft. It's the same thing.
No, yeah, I don't know. I was looking. I just thought it was pretty cool how big that is. I think mine's going to be much bigger, but I just thought it was cool. I figured I'd pick it up. I mean, I'm kind of getting sucked in. So, but other than that, I mean, I built a few sets tonight. I didn't get to the bigger sets, but I mean, kind of worn out on sets a little bit. But that's kind of how it goes. So.
Whoa, that's cool.
What, you like that view? There's more screen. We get we're a little bit bigger. We just have less of us. Yeah, more of you. Look at that, those big bulgy eyes. Yep. It's about 3 sets tonight. But
nice.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to debate too if I want to put more. I need to talk to Hoosier and Haley and see if there's room for more stuff. I mean, I could throw a few more city sets in there, but
For what?
The Hoosier's doing like a 6-hour stream next weekend for the. He's doing an auction. Oh, look at it! This is me. That's the wrong part of me. We should be looking at. Shouldn't be looking at that. But, okay. Oh well, that's It started with a lot of sitting it down jobs. I started in Wisconsin. It got worse in Colorado with Mountain Dew and
Yeah.
Galactic Battlegrounds, Mountain Dew, and Taco Bell right here. That's what this did.
It takes a lot of guts to show that view, Reed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you were watching Kevin's stream today, that was what's funny is they were talking about Jeff and was it Bricks O'Brien or whatever was on it? Oh man, I'm gonna get this wrong. Who was on that? Who's this other? Was it? Oh man. Kevin had a couple people co-hosting. One was Jeff, and the other one was, gosh, who was it?
Overview.
There were two people in there. He had work in the chat, and they were talking at one point about, something, and he's like, and somebody's like, was that a fat joke? And he's like, no. I said, what do you say? He said something, like flow or something, and it was like they both went into that, and like Kevin's like laughing. He's like, yeah, I don't think that anybody was really talking about that. And Jeff's the last person to do it, so like they were saying, somebody says, yeah, they talking about, I'd be so and so, and I'm like, yep, I'm 6'3", me, I'm 6'3", at 200 some pounds, and yes, I've got this really beautiful gut, and my teeth are all jacked up right now because my bridge fell out. So yeah, yeah, that's me. That's Reed. That's the Reed man. So
yep.
Spelled backwards, it's deer, which are hit a lot in the year. I mean, I've seen a lot of deer hit. I'm wondering if it's all the electric cars hitting them because there's no motor noise for this deer to hear.
Well, right now it's just they're very active and they're
stupid.
Yeah, they're not thinking clearly. Right, at this time of year, so
there were two standing next to the road, and I just basically laid on the air horn and they ran away. I was like, I'm not gonna hit you.
You carry an air horn with you?
I have an air horn in my truck. Oh yeah, today some idiot in a Mini Cooper, freaking by Sun Prairie at the interstate, freaking tried to go around me on one of the ramps, and oh yeah, I hit that horn and I let it go for, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds. I'm sure everybody around knew, somebody in front of me was freaking being a total nincompoop, but, hey, yeah. I want to make sure you're aware that you are acting in a very stupid manner. And I'm going to make sure everybody within hearing distance also knows that you're acting in a very stupid manner. So,
well, but Reed, they were in a hurry.
Oh, yeah, you don't go around a truck like that. I mean, it wasn't going anywhere. The guy in front of me had
I'm kidding. I know.
Had like a tipping load of like trusses. It was kind of interesting.
Oh, well, that's good to follow.
It looked like as soon as they're gonna let go of the straps, it was gonna leave. I mean, I don't know. It didn't go to where I thought it was going. So it was heading over to the west side of town, over by Middleton or something. Mm-hmm. It passed Verona Road, so it was going somewhere that wasn't where I was thinking it was going to Verona. The one company out there near us is big into building homes and stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So that's pretty much it. I mean, other than that, I mean, for me, I mean, I'm just kind of trying to clean up a little bit around here. My mom freaks out a little bit, so I need to get a lot of it out to storage. But I've been trying to build a little bit here and there. The sets I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. I want to get some more shelves set up out in storage and down lower because I mean, the summer it gets too hot up there. I don't really want to chance Lego getting too warm or something, and I mean, and losing its clutch power that way. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I saw enough. I saw enough sets come into the store a couple times where I was like, it's just falling apart. Oh, look at this. Maybe my new best friend. Maybe we'll see. Jesse, Mr. Rad, are you going to be my new best friend here in Colorado? My in Wisconsin, my new best bud. For building castle and such.
Yeah.
I have a friend that
You answered that way too quickly, Jesse.
Well, Jesse's also seen the lair. He's seen the Lego lair, so he knows what's kind of out there to play with. So, how old are you, Jesse? I've never asked. Are you willing to say?
36. Something like that.
How is that relevant to the conversation, Reed?
Just curious. Just curious. I don't know. I mean, relevance is, whatever I feel relevant. I don't know. So, Rad, what are you working on tonight?
I was gonna try to build a better vase for the bonsai tree.
Better vase. There you
We'll
go.
see. We'll see how it goes.
And so it'd be a nice colorful vase, and you'll just dump a crap ton of 1x1 round plates in there for your water, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I want to try to make it kind of fancy looking, like rounded and
That could be entertaining. Lots of maybe cheese wedge slopes or starts, maybe, or
possibly, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how total rounded would be something of plates and wedges or something maybe.
Yeah, I got a bunch of different stuff like.
Yeah, the curve
stuff
wedge.
like that. I got a few of.
Where's I made them?
What did you do, Reed?
I didn't do anything. I think somebody's doing something. Something's doing something in his house. Oh, he's back. Yeah, it's almost like when Chop has the wife and the kids upstairs doing stuff on the gaming system and stuff. The video gets a little choppy. It's internet.
Choppy.
That, or if your son's doing something too, he'll send you into choppy land too.
Yes, he will.
I mean, Raptus was a little choppy tonight too, so there's a few. So it just depends, I guess, what the connection is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why. I mean, obviously, luckily, I use the wired connection here in the house. Thankfully, this kind of thing hanging here. My Cat 5 cable coming down from the ceiling that goes up to the router. So, I've done Wi-Fi a couple of times. I have to do Wi-Fi if I'm out in storage right now because I don't have internet out there. I might get DSL at some point, but probably not until I'm much bigger and I'm doing a lot more stuff out there where I need to have it. Otherwise, it's the Wi-Fi that the other businesses using. I'll use that, I guess. So just chilling, huh? Jesse, just kind of chilling in the building.
Yep. Speaking of bonsai, I saw there was a leak the other day.
A leak?
Yeah, a Lego set leak.
Really?
Is there a bonsai tree coming?
Related to that topic.
Or is it the Ninjago set?
No, it's one of the Lego Ideas sets.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah. That's the only one that's obviously been the big one on YouTube today was obviously that Coliseum build or whatever that.
Yeah, that's a lot of tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to go look at that one and see. So fun. Yeah, tonight I built a few sets. Built that Toys R Us truck. Built the recycle truck and built the tractor. So I built a few things. Probably do some Minecraft later. I have some TNT I'm gonna have some fun with. Need to level some land. So, but,
aren't you in creative mode? Can't you just?
No. I'm playing in survival.
Are you?
Yeah.
I've never created TNT in survival.
Oh, I need to kill the
Creepers?
creepers at a distance. Yeah, I gotta whack at them, then I'm back away. I hit them again, back away. I got a fire sword, and they just burn up. And sometimes they'll give me gunpowder. So I mean, I made 25 blocks, I guess, in the last couple nights. So.
Huh. Nice.
So yeah, I mean, I've got a bunch of stuff I was building. I have the small keep, and so I was building some rooms so people come in. Because no one else is playing in that world other than myself. So it's one of those things where I created some rooms there, and I created some vacation homes and stuff. So people can play and whatnot. So everybody's right now playing on B for C's level. That's where Hoosier and Haley and all them are on. I have a bunch of things over there. So.
Reed.
Yeah.
I could probably play with you in my in your survival world.
Maybe. I mean, nobody's in there right now. It's kind of just something where I'm kind of still getting it ready to go. So.
I can help.
I'll let you know. Yeah, right now, I mean, it's just kind of doing some stuff and whatnot. That's why I picked up the book of Minecraft farming today.
Hey, I have that book too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm new to Minecraft, so I figured I'd pick up that one. So, they had a bunch of them, but I think that was the one I needed the most. So.
Yeah, it took me way too long to figure out that seeds from trees will produce wheat. We were looking for villages to try to find wheat, and eventually it occurred to me that all you need is the seeds. So, because once you get your factory going, you're set.
Well, I mean, I was struggling to get trees to grow and realized I needed that bone stuff or whatever. So
yeah, bone dust or whatever.
Yeah, the bone, whatever. So I mean, I've been doing that a few times and trying to get some taller trees. Actually, what's funny is Hoosier's been looking for like the bees forever on his. And of course, I stumbled. There's bees over the ridge across from my place, and so I figured out how to harvest. So I harvested some honeycombs last night, built a second hive, and then was harvesting those. And I just got to go back but I was trying to get the tree taller. I did harvest once without the smoke, and of course, I did get stung a few times by the bees. I mean, that did make them a little mad, so that was entertaining. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just I mean, it's a neat game. I probably should have been playing a lot longer. I mean, Randy was playing it out in Colorado, and it was one of those things I probably should have played a lot longer, but so.
Yeah, it's easy to use up a lot of time in that game.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've been eating up a ton of time lately. So, but But I've been trying to build the castle, so lots of leveling. I mean, I'm leveling. I thought I started at a good level, and I think some of the hills are, I don't know, 10, 12 blocks high from where my base level is. So I've been trying to level all that. So that's why I picked up a lot of TNT to kind of help train.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one of those things where I might even have to build a bridge of sorts over the one river just to build, because I actually had it too small. I went to the ice area and grabbed a bunch of the ice and then was using that for the walls. But
you know about the crouch trick?
The what?
Crouch trick.
What crouch trick?
If you're crouching, you can't fall off a brick. So when you're building a bridge, if you crouch, you can back up to the edge until you can see to place the next brick.
So you can be really high up without falling and dying.
Yep. It took me a long time to figure that out, too, because that was very time-consuming before that.
How do you crouch?
You press the down on the left joystick, I think, on the Xbox at least, and then you crouch. And you move more slowly, so you can tell when you're crouching.
Do you play on the computer, Reed?
Yeah, I do.
I think it's control.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look and see, yeah. So, yeah. No, I'll have to look at that, because I watched Hoosier and those guys do some weird building the one night. It's like, wow. That's interesting, because he was in the nether, and he's just building across this huge ravine, and I'm like, Wow. I mean, that's
That would be it. That's probably how he was doing it, because that was a
Yep.
game changer for me. Because then I started building bridges all over the place.
I might have to look at that tonight. I'll look at that and see. Yeah, because that's. I mean, I've been building some stuff at some serious heights, and of course, it'd be nice to know to get to the edges. I mean, I've got some good tree houses, and of course, my observation point. My observation point to look down at my current castle is actually in the clouds. I mean, the top levels right now at cloud level. So,
Wow,
I mean, I need to get. Yeah, it's
that's pretty high for survival.
yeah, I think that's what 120, 130 somewhere up there. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, and that's kind of. I mean, I need. Did I grow a tree? Maybe I grew a tree up there or something, or maybe I was building something. I just built something higher, but that way I can shoot more of the down of the. I might have a picture too, because it's been just here's some of the carving out. And really make myself big. This is the. So there's myself trying to carve out of some of the stuff for the castle. The castle's in the park.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of that. Let's see here. Looking for a good top down. Here's a good top down here. So this one you can kind of see. Oops, I got to position it straight. You can see in the distance. I mean, right near the keep, you can see where I originally started going away, and then it's farther over that I actually been doing all my excavations with. So it'll be about 160 blocks, I think, the one way and 140 something the other ways. We'll just do it block for block because otherwise it just
That would be 5 base plates by 4.5. Well, 4 and
something like that. Yeah, for the castle itself. I haven't included the moat yet. I've been trying to play with the moat in but to keep there, and I just can't get enough water over there. So I don't know. Might just do a lava moat for the heck of it. Lots of what is it? What is that? That one rock that you need lava for? The
Obsidian?
Obsidian, yeah, lots of obsidian at that point. Then kind of made a couple different portals in a few different areas, and so.
all right. Well, I need to get Mr. Jinko to bed.
Okay. Sounds good.
So we'll see.
Good night, Wagner.
Yeah, maybe see you later, maybe not. But I'll have a good night if I don't.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Bye, Reed. Bye, Jesse.
Okay.
Bye, dude. Bye, everyone else on the stream. Say bye.
So, yeah, it's just kind of thing. I'm just trying to figure it out. That's why I picked up the books. I could figure out how to do a little bit more farming. I mean, obviously, there's lots of stuff on YouTube, and I look at them and watch them, but. I don't know. Hoosier's building a massive house on on that other server. So
Hey, dude.
hey, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I bowled the night, so we started late.
Yeah, I saw that. How'd you bowl?
640 was pretty good.
Nice.
Really, a golden carrot. Well, learning some neat stuff. I'll have to kind of play and see. And
Oh yeah, for Minecraft, right?
huh?
For Minecraft?
Yeah, you play too a little bit. I take it.
Yeah, my daughter plays, and I've messed around a little bit. When she first got me playing, I said, "Oh, this way I can build like castles without having to, have a ton of Lego around. Well, then I just ended up getting more Lego and built a huge castle. So Lego is more fun than Minecraft, but Minecraft is fun.
Well, since I dismantled my Hope Castle, I figured this would be the best way to recreate the last version of Hope Castle. So, so we'll see. That's kind of the goal. Fun, fun, fun.
Well, I was building a treehouse in my daughter's latest Minecraft world.
Really? Yeah, I mean that's kind of what
I usually play on the Xbox, so I'm kind of new to it on the computer. So I still haven't figured out all the controls, and I usually don't play creative or
survival.
I usually play creative.
Oh, okay. Well, it's one of those things. I mean, I'm playing the survival just because that's what they were playing over there, and I've got the cheats on, so I can obviously change the time and whatnot if I absolutely need to. So
yeah,
yeah,
and I think my daughter does that too, but I don't know it enough to really do that. So on the computer, anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, this one talks about a lot of the automatic farms and whatnot. That's kind of what I was looking at and whatnot. So, but just kind of fun stuff, you know. Yeah, I mean, I built a couple tree houses over on the other one. I've got a couple in my world, and so it's kind of Gonna have to look for some of this stuff too. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just kind of learning how to do some of the farming. That way I'm always got stuff. Well, I mean, I do a lot of mining, but I haven't found a lot of diamonds on this one. I think I found more on the other one, but I might have mined a lot more on that other server than I did on this one. And this one, I've got the one mine. I started a second mine. And I Google where the best to find stuff and everything else, and so it's not bad. It's so, but oh my Lord! So I don't even know. I mean, I haven't seen those guys tonight. I don't even know where everybody's at tonight. I mean, I don't know if they are streaming maybe some of the some of the stuff. They might not even be streaming it. They might be just doing it. Oh, Ghost Freaking Talking is doing something. It's Friday the 13th. That makes sense. I don't know. I don't know if even those guys are doing anything right now. Oh wow, interesting. Crazy. So yeah, so that's kind of, I don't know. I probably won't stream super long, but I might end up going over to Minecraft for a little bit, whatnot.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking like I'm lacking enough parts and the right colors to do what I really want here. So
Yeah, I
like
might end,
always.
yeah, I'll probably end at 10, I think, probably, and just kind of do some quick reading, maybe, and then I might stream some Minecraft later. We'll see. Oh wow!
Yeah, you should give me a tour of the castle in Digital Land.
Yeah, there isn't much there right now. That's how we kind of working with. Oh wow! Looks like North Carolina's got some serious flooding during to the storm. For one right now, Ada, is there a new storm going through right now? Must be. That's crazy. I think I can't remember where Tommy Armstrong is, either North or South Carolina. I don't know where he's at over there.
Not too long ago, last year.
Oh, they're showing a bridge washing out right as they're doing the news. Wow, that's crazy. That is gnarly. Probably kind of like what happened here a couple years ago in that August flood or whatever that washed out the bridges and Cross Plains or whatnot.
Oh yeah.
I have a friend out there in Black Earth. They're out by Black Earth, wherever it was, Black Earth maybe, but did the damage. I mean, that looks nuts. Crap, man, that's some serious flooding there.
Yeah, there's flooding all over the place around here.
Yeah, that was. No, they're showing. I think this is the flooding going on right now out in North Carolina or whatever. They got some because of that storm, that hurricane out there. So. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, on top of everything else that's going on, pandemic, everything else, Mother Nature is not freaking being nice either. So.
Right. Yeah.
Crazy stuff. So.
Yeah, pretty slow on here tonight.
Yeah, well, we had a bunch earlier, and they went into a Star Wars talk, and I think it killed the viewership. We had 9 at one point watching, and I think they talked about some stuff that, I mean, the Mandalorian and everything. They talk about it, and they can just the count went off. Now it could have been when Moto left too that it dropped, because Moto was on for a while too, and I mean, I kind of wasn't watching, but yeah, that kind of some of that super deep conversation just, I mean, kills everything, especially since this is like a Lego stream. I mean, when you start talking and it goes super deep, I mean, everybody just is like, okay, I'm done. So,
right.
And that's why, I mean, streaming Minecraft there later, I mean, at least people know what they're getting into when they see it or whatever. So, I think I'm going to end the broadcast this week, guys. Thanks everybody for stopping in and watching. For those of you who have been the whole time, thanks and appreciate it. See you guys back next week. Hopefully it'll be 7:00, but you never know. They like me subbing, so maybe I'll sub some more. You never know. So, had I not stopped at Barnes and Noble, I would have been here at the normal time. So.